So I'm going to discuss an important topic today, which will be very useful for you all, right? And we'll see like how you can implement, because as per the previous feedbacks, what I received during after the orientation session, I've designed some of the lectures, right? So what I'm going to do here is from now onwards, I'm going to take particular topics, right? And will explain the topics to you all, and then I'll just go with the question and answer session, right? So these topics were a part of your curriculum of BDM theory course. So I need to brush up some of the topics here so that you can have a better understanding of things when you are going to the business owner. You should have a technical knowledge. You should know what do you mean by services, what do you mean by the goods, what do you mean by the production, right? How the different concepts like economics is very important. So we're going to teach you basics of economics, right? So how you are going to relate the concept of economics with respect to data, right? It is very, very important. And after then, I'll take, so every day, like I'm taking every Sunday, I'm going to take 2 hour or 1 hour, 1.5 hour session, and then I'll continue with your questions, right? Yeah. I hope I'm audible to you all, right? There is no issue with the voice. Great. Okay. So I'll share my screen. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is
Yes, sir.
visible.
Great. Let me adjust this. It's fine, I think. Okay. So I will start now. Okay. So here we are going to discuss one. Please avoid raising hand. As I already told you, I'll give once I will complete the topic. I'll give you time, right? So meanwhile, you can raise your hand and we can have a discussion on your problems, right? So just do let me complete one of the topic, right? And then we can have a discussion. So meanwhile, you just write your questions in case if you have any doubts. I'll give you the opportunity in between as well to just discuss if you are having any doubt up to the concept I have covered, and then I'll just move ahead with the new concept, right? Okay. So previously I have discussed with you all, right? So why you are studying uh, the BDM project, right? Why you are going to do a BDM project? So I hope you have understanding why you are going to do a BDM project, right? Okay. So the main motive is something like you need to take a data, okay, which has some pattern plus noise. Because being a data scientist, you are not restricted to any of the particular field. If you want to become a data analyst, right, or you want to become a data scientist, then data, there is no tag of a domain there, right? Suppose you're applying for multiple companies, okay? You are applying for a company which is a business consultancy, you are applying for a company which is basically you can say a company related to website and your app development or web scraping, right? Or basically your big handling big data, online data, and just making SEOs and different techniques, using different techniques to implement or to analyze the sentimental of the customers, right? So there is no restrictions for you, right? If you are having a tag of data scientist, you might be uh, going for a different type of domain of the company, right? So it is not restricted, you are going to particular company. So in that case, you need to take a data relevant to that particular company. If you are going for a business consultancy, you need to take a data for a business consultancy, okay, to analyze and to give a data centric solutions, right? So now coming to one of the case, I'll take one case of a business, and from there I'll just relate some of the concepts which are going to be used, right? So this is the case of Ramu Tea Stall. Ramu Tea Stall, right? So Ramu Tea Stall was located at IIT Madras. Ramu Tea Stall, IIT Madras, right? So Ramu was a very famous tea stall. It was located in IIT Madras. Previously, it was there near Himalaya, right? So he is very famous during that days in IIT. Okay. So what he was doing, he was a 24-hour operating shop. It was a 24-hour operating shop where he was selling a different type of products, right? So first, let us understand who are their customers. Okay, when you are going for a BDM project, right, to just getting familiar with the business, right, and you are going to interact with the business owner, you need to understand who are their customers. Okay, so the first thing is that who are the customers of Ramu Tea Stall. So Ramu Tea Stall is mainly dominating this customers who are or and professors, right? So the majority of the customers are students. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm not sure uh, why there is a space coming in the document. I'll just reopen it. Maybe it looks fine now. Okay, I think it is fine now. I'll check. Write it one more time. Are you able to see my screen?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir, it is not sharing.
Wait a minute. Share, continue, start broadcasting. Yeah, I hope it is visible now, right?
Now it is visible, sir, and occupied entire screen.
Ramu Tea Stall. I was discussing about Ramu Tea Stall, right? So, what exactly he was doing, Ramu was doing. So, the potential customer of Ramu was students plus professors plus staff of IIT Madras. So, these are the potential customers. So, when you are going to the business, you need to first identify who are their potential customers. Okay. So, majority of the customers belongs to student category, right? So since this is located near the hostel zone, So most of the customers are selling different products. What exactly he was doing then? He was selling a different product. He was selling different type of snacks. He was selling right, and he was having a lot of packed juice, ice creams, right. So these are the things he was having. But the most selling product for Ramu was tea, coffee, and samosa, right. So most selling, if you can see, most selling was tea, coffee plus samosa. So these are the most selling product for Ramu tea stall. Okay. So what happened after some time? Ramu feels couple of years. So he observed that the profit margin he was getting on a coffee is pretty less because of the raw material cost. Right, the raw material cost was increased. Because of that, he was not able to meet expected profit for coffee. Okay, so he thought of increasing the price for a coffee. Okay. So initially the prices for it's 10 rupees, rupees 10 for this, and samosa is also there. It's so uh, we are not focusing on what exactly the prices. So suppose you can take rupees 15 or uh, yeah, so rupees 10 for samosa as well, right? So what happened here when he increases the price from rupees 10 to rupees 15? So now whole concepts will comes into the picture when you're increasing the price, right? So you need to see different perspectives, right? When you are going to uh, fluctuate the prices, how the demands are varying, right? So demand is basically a concept of economics. So what happened when he increased the price from 10 to 15 rupees? He observed a random fluctuation in our sales. He observed a random he observed a random fluctuation on sales. All right. So these are the first observation he was able to find it out. The second thing is that this increase in price, the sales of other commodities, other commodities, right? So this fluctuation, whatever it is happening, so it is affecting the sales of other commodities as well. Now, he was very worried about the sales, like because a lot of inventory issues are coming. Um, Expected what you were expecting as a sales was fluctuating a lot, right? Because of the increase in price of the coffees. So he was not able to understand what needs to be done at that particular time, right? How we need to manage this random trend in sales, or because it is not possible for him to manage inventory. The food, whatever he is making, like samosas and all, he was making on a per day basis, it was getting spoiled. Okay, so luckily, what happened? A student from ITM BS program approached him. He was doing a BDM project, and he approached him and he asked him like, okay, sir, we are doing a project in IIT Madras BDM project, and he explained about the project, what exactly they need to do, and so it was a jackpot for Ramu as well. Once he started explaining the project to him, it was a jackpot because he was also looking for some helping hand, right? To help him to find out the solution for this random fluctuations. So what a student did, right? So he told, sir, since I need to see the fluctuation in the demand, I need some data from your side. Okay, based on the data, I'll tell you what exactly the demands per day and how much fluctuations are coming and what are the necessary steps you need to take. a data centric solution, right? So if so, our role of data scientist is not to plot X and Y, right, and show what exactly is happening here, right? So as a part of data scientist, you need to explore. So this is a part. This is one of the part of visualization, right? So data, when you are going to data analysis, right? So data analysis is a part of a data scientist role, but it is not your data scientist degree, or if you are a data scientist, only this part is not the whole part which you need to do analysis. Anybody can do the analysis. If I can give a data to anyone, right, and I will explain him like how you need to do, or how you need to uh, plot this data with the help of Excel. Anybody can do it, right? But the key point from here, how you are going to give a solution from this data, that is a complex process, right? Because you need to understand a particular concept, and based on the understanding of a concept, you need to interpret the results to give some findings. If you don't know like how, what exactly, why this particular trend is coming, right, then there is no means of plotting this thing. It is just only a graph, it is just only a figure, right? So you need to explain what you are, what is extracting from the figure, right? What are the outcomes of your figure, right? What you are able to understand from the figure. Okay, so previously I have given an example of if I'll take an example of Virat Kohli. So Virat Kohli, if you can say he is a number one batsman, so can you say like based on only runs he becomes a number one batsman? Not, it's not true, right? Because there are multiple parameters like his strike rate, how many innings he has played, right? How there are multiple factors which are contributing him to make a number one batsman. Okay, so these are the different things which you need to learn when you are going ahead with the project, right? So now what happens once he analyzed the data, he observed multiple trend. A student observed a multiple trend. So what are his observations? His observations, students' observations. So he observed that the sales of coffee, right? He was selling because since the prices of coffee was increased, the sales of coffee was reduced to 50%. Right? What was his other observation? He observed the sales of tea. So this is for coffee. Sales of tea was increased to 30%. And he also observed that sales of samosa was reduced to reduced to 20%. So these were his observations. Okay. So he observed this particular thing. After observing, he visited to Ramu place again. Okay. So he told like, sir, these are the interesting observations which are coming from the data. But as of now, I don't know the reason for this, why these are coming, right? Because you can see here the tea price, the sales of a tea is increased by 30%. The samosa sale is reduced to 20%, even though samosa is not related to coffee. Coffee is a different commodity, samosa is a different commodity, right? But what exactly is happening here? Okay, so yeah, sir, is there will be any particular combo which you observed when you are selling a coffee and a tea? So Ramu just said like yes, there is a trend. Mostly, mostly the people who are coming for coffee for taking a coffee or tea, right? So they are taking samosa as a combo pack, right? Or you can say usually they take a combo of samosa plus coffee, samosa plus coffee, or they can take tea plus coffee. So this is the most selling combo they have. Okay, so most selling, right? So after then, he told, okay, sir, I got an idea. Now I will relate this to concept of economics, right? So he told there is a he told like I can first tell you the coffee thing. So there are two type of customers, right? First, customers are called elastic in nature, and second are called inelastic in nature, right? So what is this elastic and inelastic? So this is a concept of economics where you can see the elasticity and inelasticity in product or in customer behavior as well, right? So he told what exactly are elastic and inelastic customers. Okay, so he told the demands are basically whatever the demands are coming due to the inelastic behavior of a customer. Inelastic demand means if you are increasing the price, right? If you are increasing the price of a commodity, the demand for certain customers are not changing it. So these customers are called hardcore coffee drinkers, right? So for them, like if the price of coffee will increase, it won't matter for them. They can negotiate or they can trade off, right? Trade off with different commodities, and they can trade off with their different desires or demands, or basically you can say needs to fulfill their coffee need. Okay, so these are hardcore drinker of coffee only. They want only coffee. But there are few customers, right, who are elastic in nature. So what they are doing, if the prices are increases for one commodity, they will just try to shift in the alternate possible option, right? They can find the alternate option which give them satisfaction, right? So why, what exactly the concept is? This concept is called as scarcity, where the demand are unlimited, demand are unlimited in nature, or you can say the needs. I'll use the term need instead of demand, right? So here I can say our needs are unlimited, right? Human needs are unlimited. We want as best as possible, right? But what happens? Why we are compromising or why we are using trade-offs? Because of the resources. Resources are limited here. Okay. So what happened in this condition? So everybody is, when we are a student, we are getting a fixed pocket money, right? So because of fixed pocket money, what happens? Within the fixed pocket money, we need to basically utilize our resources in such a way. Resources here is a fixed pocket money to fulfill our needs, unlimited needs, right? We want coffee plus samosa as well, but the prices of the coffee increase. So our uh, expenditure per day for a coffee and samosa is nearly, you can say, 20 rupees, or you can say it's rupees 20 per day, 40 and samosa. So we need to meet our requirement, or we need to fulfill our desire or needs with considering the limited resources. Okay, so this is a concept of scarcity, where We are going to fulfill the needs within the limited resources, right? And when we are fulfilling the need, it will give us a maximum satisfaction, right? So here also for elastic customers, what happens? They will just switch to some alternatives, whatever the best alternative possible, and which give him a maximum satisfaction, right? So they switch to tea, and they told no, we want samosa, right? So they switch to tea, and they usually take a tea and samosa combo. Okay, but these, since these are inelastic in nature, right? So they can negotiate somewhere. Since the pocket money they have is nearly 20 rupees. Okay, so they can negotiate. They can say, okay, we don't want a samosa now because the coffee prices are increased, right? So we can just take only coffee and no samosa, right? So this is the concept which are giving you an idea why the things are happening. When you are going in an organization, your manager will give you some data and will tell you like, okay, just give me the insights from this data. So you will not plot X and Y and give him the insight. You can't do this thing, right? You have to analyze the data and you have to understand, right? What are the different concepts are coming here? Okay, so here you understand a different concept of economics. That is, this is a scarcity concept. Scarcity, scarcity. So these are basically demand inelastic and elastic in nature. So now the student understand, okay, why these patterns are coming, why there is a reduction in the coffee of 50%, because 50% customers who are there, they are switching to different alternatives. Okay, they are switching to different alternative. Because of that, the tea prices are increased and there is a reduction in coffee prices. Now, since here some of the customers are giving up a combo of tea plus coffee plus samosa, that is why he is finding a fluctuation in samosa demand as well. Because samosa was the most selling combo here, right? So these are the different concepts I told you with respect to economics. You are going to relate now data science, right? Now, if you want to become a data analyst, right, you need to understand the concept, particular. If you're taking a business data, you need to understand the concept of economics. You need to understand the concept of a business, right? When you are going to give insightful or data-driven solutions. Okay, I think up to this, it is clear. You hope enjoyed this case study and able to understand the concepts.
Yes, sir. It's quite clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
sir, I have a small question in this only, in this regard.
please,
Like if,
please.
like let's say like we are collecting some data like from a company, and they have they have given not the data for let's say past 2 years or 3 years, something like that. Then the price, since elasticity and inelasticity, we are trying to understand that part. So and we need
Yeah.
to use these things accordingly. So if we have the data only for let's say 5 to 6 month
So this,
from a company,
I'll just let
then
you
the
one more
price,
thing. This is
yeah,
this is just a foundation for you. So I'm going to cover topics in detail where I'm going to explaining you the cost and trying to understand, trying to explain you how the costs are calculated and how. So this is just a foundation for you to
yeah.
understand, right?
No, so I
So
have
I,
just like simple thing like for say, since elasticity, like I understood is like quantity which is demanded, or like it depends also on the change, if the price is high or low, the demand also gets accordingly. The demand is also like works accordingly, right? But in
Correct.
elasticity, even the price is high or low doesn't matter for the customer. It always going to, like, he or she is going to buy that particular thing. But sir, like,
Correct.
if the data is only for 6 or 7 months, then how the price or the demand, the change, how we can understand it through only 6 month data or a 7 month data,
Six
like
months
as
data is more. 6 months data is more than sufficient. It depends upon your analysis what you are going to do. If you are going to calculate a day-wise demand, now you can assume how many data set points you have. Per day demand, if you are going to analyze. If you
yeah,
are going to analyze a per week demand, how many, how the price trends are changing per week, right? So it depends on what you are going to analyze, right? It is not basically you have a short data of 7 months, right? But
got
how
it,
you are
sir.
going to visualize that data? It's basic. If you are going to visualize per second, you know how
Yeah.
many data points you have. You have lakhs of data points in that condition.
Okay,
So
sir,
it
got it.
depends.
Yeah. So, like,
Yeah,
but
it
the thing is, we
depends.
need to understand more how to analyze all these things.
Correct,
And I
correct.
think
So
you are
you need
going
to
to.
understand what you need to basically, if you are getting a data, right? You need
Mhm.
to visualize the data first, and you need to see, okay, how the trends are coming. And if you just go with the analysis for a month analysis, week analysis, or per day analysis, because you are not sure, like if you are going to do analysis for basically a month, it will give you some outcomes. You won't know. You don't know unless and until you are going to visualize that. It
Correct.
is very important to understand what exactly you need to do, and based on that, you need to do the analysis.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
So,
Now,
so
I
basically, so I have just want to clear something. So
yes,
basically, if the point where the prices or you can say the changes starting to happen, we need some data before that and after that so that we can change, see how the changes have
correct,
occurred,
correct.
what actually affect these changes. Like if I have a data of 10 days before those prices changed and I have the data after 10 days when the prices are changed, then I can draw some analogy from that and draw conclusions from that data. So I think that would be enough for us.
So this is, I'll tell you, this is called basically a correlation. Whatever you are doing here is only doing a maths. You are visualizing a data, but you are not finding why it is happening, right? So
Yes, sir.
this will tell you how it is happening, but why it is happening is coming from the concepts, a conceptual concept. So your understanding of basically a topic will give you why it is happening, right? If you see the example of a previous example of Ramu, right? So if you can see here, he already know there is some trend, there is a random fluctuations, right? But how this random fluctuation? So this is something like a mess. From mess or from analysis, he find it out. Okay, this is what happening, right? But next point, when he was discussing, he implemented a different concepts. He implemented a concept of elasticity. He implemented a concept of scarcity. He implemented the concept of trade-off, right? So from where he is able to interpret the data or finding whatever he's getting from this particular analysis. Got it?
Uh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
I hope this is clear. Huh? Just give a thumbs up and I will move ahead now. Okay, so coming to the
Good
next point.
morning.
This is very important point.
Good morning, sir. I have a question. That what if what if the data we are getting in that the measures have not been taken? Like the Ramu has not increased the price of the coffee or something. How can then we analyze the data and then can how can we increase the profit of the shop?
No, it is basically if he is having a day-to-day data, right? So if he is having a sales data per day, if he is generating a bills, so at anyhow, if it doesn't matter because he know from what day he increased the price, and you are more interested in the data after increasing the price and before 1 month increasing the 1 month before increasing the price, right? So from that point, look, okay, so from June month, the prices were increased. So if you are getting a sales data from June, right, you are able to analyze the trend.
So my question is that only what if the data I cover from a shop or local shop, the prices have not been increased, then the data won't
Then
be
you
that.
need to find out. This is what exactly I've shown you the case. So in that might be some different issues are there for the business. That is, you need to explore with the business,
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In that case, sir, we can imagine sometimes like summer vacation has occurred. Most of the students has gone to their hometown. So in that case, this also kind of affect
That might be,
the
yeah, this is
sales.
a good point. So I have given you a one point or a couple of points to understand. So when you are going to analyze the data, this is one of the major point. Might be the case, vacations are also there. So that will also affect the sales. So when you are going to, and that is what I told, like when you are going to analyze the stats of Virat Kohli, you can't only say based on one parameter like a runs, he is the number one batsman. There are multiple factors associated on calculating the ranking. If you are doing a BS degree program, if you are a 10 pointer, it doesn't matter like you are you got as great in machine learning. That's why your overall percentage or CGPA is 10. There are multiple subjects associated with it, which helps you to achieve 10 points or 9.8. You got my point?
So,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
in that case, there will be two business problems, right? Like we can make two
No,
business
I'm not
problems.
going to discuss about the business problem right now. So maybe just you can note down your question. I'll try to address this at last, right? Okay, because I need to cover one. I need to cover a couple of topics now, right? So after covering this, you can note down your question. I'll give the answer for you. So don't worry about it. Just try to let me cover the concept. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to uh, let you understand the next concept, which is first, if we are understanding the economics. So, because we are dealing with a business, so in business, economics is a major factor which is playing a role. All right. So, demand and supply. If you see a rain, there is a rainy season, right? Because of a rainy season, there is an increase in price of onion. Why it is happening? Because supply is not there, right? Because supply is not proper, due to which the demands are going to increase. Okay, so now I'm going to cover elements of economics. Okay, so elements. So the major element is called a production. Okay, so what do you mean by production? Anybody? Just do let me know what do you mean by production.
Sir, generating finished goods from raw materials.
Okay, so it is raw material to finished good
Sir, in larger quantities.
in larger quantities. These are the basically outcome of a production. What you are producing in a larger quantity. This is not exactly a production. I want to know what do you mean by what do you understand by a term known as a production.
So it is a process by which
It's a
you
process.
transform inputs to a final output, which you can then sell in the market.
Yes, yes. You are absolutely correct. So production is basically the transformation of natural resources into some useful items. Right? So as per the demand from the customers, the companies are producing the resources which are made from natural. You can say they are using a raw material. I will give you an example. Suppose the raw material is cotton. Raw material is cotton. But the customer demand is they need a t-shirts, they need a shirts, they need a clothings, right? So these are the customer demand. So a company who want to fulfill the customer demand, what he is going to do is he is processing the cotton and making thread from cotton. All right. And after making this thread, they are going for a production of either t-shirts, shirts, pants, right? So these all are the useful items. So what they are doing here, they are converting the natural resource to some useful item with the help of different manufacturing processes, right? So these are the useful items. So this whole process is called a production. Okay. So you understand the production now. So when you are going to a business, right? So you need to, when you are interacting with the business owner, try to understand what exactly he's producing. What are the raw materials he's usually using for a production, right? So if you can see a chain of production, it's basically a raw material. So this is a raw material. After then it is going for a processing, all right? After processing, what is happening? It is going to manufacturing of a goods, right? After manufacturing, what is happening? It is going to dealers. Like the product is ready, it is going to dealer, right? And after dealer, it is coming to the market. So these are the different processes which are associated. You can say it's basically a supply chain from where raw material is basically delivered to the market, and from the market it is going to deliver to customers. So all customers, or we can say end users, right, who are using this particular product. So when we are discussing about the production, we need to understand one more thing. What are the different outcomes of a production? Okay, we have produced the things. We have make a useful item, right? So the next question comes here: what are the outcome of production? Outcome of production. So this is very important point. Okay, so anybody has
Oh,
any idea?
so selling these goods and generating profit?
Uh, I'm asking a production. I'm not discussing about selling a good. So this is whole a supply chain. So the production is basically converting a raw material into useful item or a finished good, right? So what exactly the outcomes of the production?
Self
So the
scrap.
finished goods and the scrap material, whatever the waste we have incurred in the production.
Okay,
Sir, can I say
anyone?
value addition?
Okay.
Sir,
So
the
if you are
difficult
producing
and
something, right?
non-difficult items.
If you are making a tea, right? So what are the outcome of a production? So just do let me explain you. So there are two outcomes of a production. One is visible outcome, which you can see from your eyes, right? And one is invisible items. Okay. So this
Sir,
is very important. I told you because it might help you when you are going to understand a business, right? What type of production they are having, right? So it is a visible production or invisible production. Any idea now? So these are two types. First is
So, sir, the
visible.
non-usable raw materials are converted into something usable, and
So what are the non-visible this raw materials?
so like the cotton, which can't be directly used, you're converting it to t-shirts
Cotton
or
is visible, right? You are going to see the product. You are
not
going to
visible, usable. I said, not
okay,
directly
visible.
usable.
Yeah, yeah, correct, absolutely correct.
Sir, does
So
the
customer
intermediate
satisfaction,
Great,
customer satisfaction.
great. It is invisible.
does the intermediate products like microchips and all this, does it come under the visible or invisible? Like we can see them, but it's not the finished product if we are in
Yeah, yeah.
manufacturing business
I'll
side.
explain you. So
So
the outcome of production. Sorry.
the quality of the product will be an invisible thing, but it's very pertinent for
Correct. Quality of a product,
Can we
right?
say utility in economic terms?
Correct. Utility is also there, but utility is not basically a production outcome. Utility is a satisfaction to fulfill your needs, right? So maximum satisfaction which you are achieving. Suppose if you need a water, you are very thirsty, and if you'll get a water at that particular time or some alternative drink, right? Then what you are finding at that particular time, what's your feeling? It's basically, aha, I got it. You are getting a maximum satisfaction. Okay.
So
So there are two types, that is a visible or invisible, right? What are the visible type of protection? If you can see a apple, if you can see a train, right? If you can see toothbrush, there are multiple things which you can visualize from your eyes, which you can see from your eyes, which can be touched, which can be stored. You are able to store that particular commodities. If you have a big boxes, if you are having a fridge, you are able to store it, right? Fridge, AC. So these all are basically your visible production. Now, whatever the visible type of productions are coming or which you are seeing in the market are called goods, right? So I want to bring a concept of goods and services here. That's why I bring this production concept, right? So whatever the visible are called goods. Okay. So goods are a visible type of production. We can also say these visible are called tangible. Okay. But here the other part comes, which is called invisible type of production or invisible outcome of a production. So what are the invisible part of productions? The invisible part of the production, suppose somebody has told services. So whatever the services you are getting are invisible type of production. When you are going to a hospital, right? So the behavior of the staffs of the hospital is something like you are experiencing. You can't store that. That is something like experience you are getting from the hospital, right? You are experiencing that particular thing. So it is called invisible. So these are not visible. You are experiencing. You are just feeling, okay, the services of the hospital was very good, right? You are not able to touch that feeling, right? You are not able to see that feeling. Okay. So invisible type of production are called services, like AWS services, or when you are finding a product, getting a product from Amazon which is not working. So you are calling the customer care and they are giving you a services, right? They are able to help you out to just give a solution, right? So these are invisible are called services, and these are intangible in nature. Intangible in nature. Okay, so the first thing is the production. When you are going to do a production, the first part is visible and the other part is invisible. When you're so why I'm telling this particular thing, when you are going to a business, you should know what type of production activities they are doing. Sometimes they are doing visible and invisible both. They are producing a goods and they are giving us services as well, right? Suppose you are purchasing a laptop. So laptop is basically a goods, but a company is giving us services as well. If you take a mobile, you are purchasing a product which is visible, but if there is some issue, they will give you services as well. Okay, so now the other point comes here is basically the organization of production. Organization of production, right? So how the production is organized. Okay, before going to the organization of production, let me explain you what do you mean by market. So anybody can just tell me what do you mean by market?
Where the goods or services are sold.
Okay.
Sir, a market buy or
Sir, a
Okay. And
place
next,
where
Market
the
is where
sta-
exchange
and
of
bought
goods and
also.
services take
A
place.
place where trading of goods take place.
Sir, a
great.
marketplace is where supplier and purchaser they both come together.
Only supplier and purchaser. So if you are
No,
trading
seller.
something as
Sorry,
an
seller.
individual,
Seller and purchaser comes together.
okay, great. Okay. So basically, the market is, you can assume, me, you, and some other person, right? So when we are exchanging the commodities, so if there is an exchange of commodity between me and you and me, or me with other person or other person with me, right? So when there is an exchange in commodity, exchange in commodity, right? The place where exchange in commodities are happening. So the place may be a social media platform as well. You can say in Facebook also there are multiple pages, marketplace pages are there where people are just posting their uh, product which they need to sell, and somebody else is going to take that product, right? So market is a place where there is an exchange happens within the commodities. Why we are doing this exchange, right? Why, what exactly we are getting from the market? What, do let me know why we are exchanging the commodities.
So to sold the goods and earn profit, to
Correct.
make the economy running.
Great.
Sir, to liquidate our
To fulfill
capital.
the demand of the
That's
customer.
Great.
like it is
So we
not.
are getting profit in return.
Sir, to liquidate our capital investment.
Correct. So in there are multiple reasons we are going to do exchange in the market, or we are just do trading in the market, basically to get a profit, to get some purchase in return, right? Or to get some services in return, right? So when we are doing these activities, what we are doing, we are doing a money flow in the market, right? This is called as a market flow, where the money is flowing in the market. This is called a market flow. So I was reading a very interesting topic where it was mentioned there are two type of peoples in the market, right? One type of peoples, what they are doing, they're storing the money, right? And one type of peoples, they are just flowing the money in the market, or just doing a lot of purchase and all, right? So both type of peoples are very important. You can take a very famous example of marriage of Ambani's son, right? He invested a lot of money. So if money flow is not there, if everybody is going to save in the market, right? So how the market will run, how the market flow will happen, it will become stagnant, right? So both the type of people are pretty important in the market, which who are going to invest in the market, or who are going to trade in the market, and who are going to store their money in the market as well. Okay, so this is something you understand what do you mean by the goods and services. I'll give you one very good example, one real life example of goods and services, right? If you can just see the milkman coming in your house, right? Okay, so when the milkman is coming to your house, what type of production is giving to you, or what type of production is delivering to you, right? What type of production outcome of the production he is just bringing in front of you. So in that case, the milk is there. Milk is what? It's a visible type of production, right? But here, the another type of production, which is a services, is also there because he is coming to your home and delivering the milk. So coming to your home, when he's coming to your home, it is basically a services, a delivery services he's providing to you. So the best example for goods and services, or invisible or visible, is your milkman. There are multiple examples you can come across in your day-to-day life. Okay, I hope it is clear. You are not getting bored now.
No, sir.
Sir, we
Yes.
can add convenience too with services. Like we are getting convenience for doorstep delivery.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you properly. Could you please come again?
Sir, I said that we can add. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Please go
Sir,
ahead.
we can add convenience in also the invisible goods. Like we can get a doorstep delivered and the freshness too. Like and customization in the delivery. Like if it's a holiday and you are away from home or you are on vacation, you could customize your plan accordingly. So it
Yes.
all kind of invisible goods delivered.
Yeah, yeah. So these are invisible goods. Whatever the bookings you are going to do, whatever the trip planning you are going to do. So these are not visible. You are going for a trip, that is fine. That is a visible. But what you are doing a planning, right? So planning is something what invisible.
Okay, sir.
Like somebody pointed out, the quality. Quality is also invisible. But quality is the process of production. It is not exactly a production. Production means when you are giving a services to the customers, like mobile company, when they are selling a goods, they are giving you a services as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Excuse me,
So
sir.
now coming to the organization of production. So this is very important. Organization of production. So to understand what are the organizations, how the productions are organized, okay, and it is very useful when you are going to the business owner. I hope these concepts will help you out when you are going to the business owner, when you are going to have a discussion with them, right? So it is very useful to identify what are the goods they are having, is there are services associated with any goods or not, right? Because sometimes if it's unstructured business, they won't know like what are the services means, what are the invisible type of production they are doing. They don't know these things, right? So it might give you an idea to understand the business and to just discuss more about it, right? So that is why I bring this particular concept for BDM project, because I'm not sure, might be you have studied this concept during your BDM theory course or not. So what are the organization of production? Organization of production. Okay. So there are four factors. Okay, four factors of production. I'll give you one example, and from that example, I will explain you, right, what exactly are the production factors of production. So suppose if you want to uh, run a mess, if you want to open a mess somewhere in an institute, right? So what are your requirements when you want to open a mess?
Place, labor.
First is your land. You need a land. You need to identify a land where you want to open your mess. Okay. So this is the first basic requirement. Okay. So this is the first basic requirement. The other is when you want to build, you identify a land. Okay. This is the land I have identified for building a mess facility. Now you need basically manpower, which is called as a labor. In economics, we usually use labor as skilled labor or unskilled labor. That is a different topic, right? So we are using labor, people who will help you out to build or to build the mess, right? For
Yes,
different
sir.
type of activities of production. If you are doing a multiple activities, if you are just doing a planning, Like if you are just making a uh, architect or basically a model of how the mess look like, you need some people who are expert or who are experts in civil engineering or who are experts in making a maths, right? So you need labor, which are the people who will perform different activities of production, right? Now comes the important point.
Capital.
So yes, you need a capital. So it's the physical capital. Okay. So you need physical capitals. So these are divided into two parts. Physical capitals are divided into two parts. One is a fixed capital and one is your working capital, right? So these are the two categorization of your physical capital. So now what do you mean by a fixed capital?
Capital required for machinery and equipment.
Sorry,
Capital required for machinery and equipment.
for
And the,
machinery and equipment. Okay,
and the
great,
working capital is the salary that we will give to the laborers and
very good. You are absolutely correct. So basically, there is a fixed capital which is fixed totally, right? If you are just running a business for 40 years, that fixed capital is constant, right? Suppose you are purchasing a land for opening a mess, you need to invest or you need to buy a land. So that is your fixed capital. If you, when you are starting a mess, right, you want a different type of machines, right? You need a gas systems, right? So these machines are coming for as a fixed capital. You need to install once the mess is ready, right? You need to get power in a mess. For that, you need to install some power plant, right? Or some plant from where electricity we will get electricity, right? So that comes under the fixed capital because you are investing to build that particular plant. You are building a departments. You are building a different dining area, cooking area, right? So you need a separate sections in a building. When you are building, when you are making a building, right? So you are investing some money. That is a fixed capital. So the capital which is considered for long duration, many years, are called a fixed capital. Now coming to the second point is a working capital. So suppose if you are paying a bill per month, electricity bill, right? So these are variable in nature. These are not constant. So as I will go ahead with the lectures in next sessions or next session, I'll explain you the cost. One is a fixed cost and other is a variable cost. And the third one is the total cost. So total cost is a summation of total fixed cost plus total variable cost. That I'll explain you when I'm going to teach you the cost analysis, right? So you have a fixed capital, which is considered for a long duration of time, for many years, right? Or you can say a one-time investment also, right? But the working capitals are like investing on a raw material. You need to purchase a raw material. If you want to cook a food, right? You need to purchase a raw materials per month. Okay. Electricity bills, whatever it is coming, that are fluctuating and they're coming on a monthly basis, right? So when you are paying something on a monthly basis or on a very frequent basis, you can say, that comes under the working capital. So it is money in hand. When you are traveling, you are carrying some money in your hand. You are taking some cash in your hand. So what that cash is? Cash is the working capital for your trip, right? Because you know, like you are going to invest in some of the resources which you didn't think about it sometimes, right? If you are booking a cab, it is not sure like you have to pay 50 rupees. It might be 100 rupees also. It is going to change as a like if dynamic pricing are there, so the prices are going to change. right? Salaries of your labor, whatever you are just having here, right? So the salaries are coming. Okay. So the other, so you already know the three factors now. That is the land, labor, and physical capitals. Now the other comes is the enterprise. So you have
Yes, sir.
already built everything. Now you need to build a company name. Nobody knows your identity as of now, but once you make, so this is enterprise, first, second, and fourth. So this is the fourth one. So this is enterprise, right? So what you are doing here, so you have made one organization. Now, since you have a physical capital, you have a land, you have a labor, right? Now you need to manage all these things, right? Because you build everything, but now the management part comes where you need to manage your resources. You need to manage your land plus labor plus capital, right? So in this particular production part, production factor, so what exactly you are going to do? You are going to manage this resources to useful outcomes. You want to deliver a food to students, right? But for delivering a food, you need to manage your resources in such a way so that you can effectively deliver the food to students. So for this, you need skilled
Entrepreneurs.
humans or persons, right, who can manage these resources. Suppose if you want to make a, if you can take an example of IIT Madras itself, right? So in IIT Madras, we have a different departments, right? And in different departments, there are different head of departments allocated for multiple departments. So why they are allocate? Why the institutes are allocating a different head of departments so that they can properly utilize the factors of production, right? They can easily utilize the financial budgets. They can easily utilize the skill laborers or professors are there. They can easily maintain the department activities, right? So I hope it is clear now. Factors of production is clear.
Yes, sir.
So for any production, when you are going for any of the production, you need to understand what are the factors of productions are there, how you are going to manage that factors of production, right? And how the money is flowing, what are the different capital resources they have, right? So these all things you need to consider when you are going to do the business analysis. Yeah, I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
can I just define the enterprise once just to make it clear?
Okay. So you want to understand enterprise more?
No, sir. I will define. Can you say if it is correct or not?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Enterprise is an entity that manages your land, labor, and capital.
Correct.
This is right, sir?
This is correct. So enterprise is basically entity. You can say uh, initially when up to the capital we don't have any uh, tag there, right? So it is basically we don't know to whom the tender is going, to which company the tender is going, because companies has a hierarchy, right? They have a peoples, they have a CFOs, they have a managers who can manage the resources, right? Because the thing is that you have everything in your hand. Suppose you have a lot of money, but you don't know how to invest that money in the market. So for that, you need a company associated with the trading, right? And you need, and they will allot a personal person who will just handle your finances.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
So that hierarchy is called enterprise.
Which one? Hierarchy is not an enterprise. Hierarchy is a part of your enterprise,
Okay, sir.
right? It's a part. enterprise is something who can manage your land, labor, and capital and different resources.
Sure, sir. Got it.
Got it?
It is run by
Sir,
entrepreneurs.
Uh-huh.
sir, in fixed capital section, you said salary is fixed capital. So isn't it fixed expenditure rather than fixed capital?
Where?
In fixed capital section, you said
Uh-huh. Physical
salary
capital.
and yeah, physical capital
Physical.
is fixed capital. You said salary is fixed capital. So isn't it is rather than fixed capital, it is fixed expenditure, fixed liability?
How you can say a fixed expenditure and liability? Here we are discussing about the capital,
Yeah,
right?
so capital is something which you hold, na, like assets. But the salary is like fixed expenditure. Like you give salary to everyone. Land is fixed capital, that I understand. But salary is fixed expenditure. Na, you give salary to your employees and all.
Correct.
So
Expenditure is the same thing which you are going to. That is why I have told money in flow.
okay,
So if you have pocket in your, if you have a purse and you have a money, so what you are doing? You are going to do some expenditure of that money. You are going to spend that money in some on buying some resources, right?
sir. So sir, then salary should be working capital, na, not fixed because it's movable. But
Salary, I told
fixed
you
capital
working
you
capital.
invest
I
once.
didn't, I didn't
Yes,
said like salary is
yes,
a,
sir.
I told salary is a working capital.
Yes, basically,
Oh,
whatever you are spending
Yeah.
on a daily basis or monthly basis,
That
which
is
you
that comes
that is
frequently
working
which you are
capital.
just investing.
okay,
What are the things you are investing frequently,
okay, okay.
right? Like on a
Yes, sir.
day-to-day basis. Like if you are just hiring some people on a daily basis, you are going to pay them, right?
Okay, sir.
On a
Yes, sir.
daily basis, you are hiring. On a monthly basis, you are hiring. So that is a moving capital, you can say, a working capital, which is moving
Okay,
frequently.
okay, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so these are all the things I think I have covered. Now, in the second section or next session, so I need to cover one more point. After then, I'll just wind up the session and we'll take your question and answer. But hope you are going to enjoy the session, right? So that is what exactly my motive is. uh, right,
Sir, I am
because this
a
is
business
something a very
owner.
interesting topic. Yeah, it is a very interesting topic and you can
Sir,
implement in your business project.
yeah, I am a business owner for like 3 years, and you the topics are very core fundamental in business. So I enjoy a lot, sir.
Yeah, because if you don't know these particular things, so these are the basics. Most of the business owner or companies don't know about, like they need to study these particular things. They are plotting everything, and from there they are getting confused. Like I've shown you the example of Ramu to install. He knows like fluctuations are there in the business, but why these fluctuations are happening? What are the different concepts? Because if you don't know the fundamental thing, you won't be able to rectify your issues, whatever organization issues, whatever the losses you are getting, whatever the things you are getting, because you don't know. Going forward, I will explain you the two things, that is the accounting profit and economic profit. So how you are going to see from accounting profit, you are seeing you are getting a profit, but when you are calculating on economic point of view, you are seeing you are in a loss. You are not even getting a profit now, right? So
Yes,
with
sir.
this, I will start one more concept, that is a concept of a scarcity. Right. So here I'll tell you a different type
Sir,
of goods and services which are very useful for you.
sir, I had a
Okay.
quick doubt in the previous concept that you taught.
Yes, yes. Please go ahead. I
You
think it
said
is you all are enjoying because I'm getting a lot of questions now, so I am very happy. Yeah.
yes, sir. So the question was that you said that land, buildings, and everything comes under fixed capital. Sir, what about the raw materials and the inventory? So, like,
Raw
it comes under
material is
fixed or
not coming
inventory?
as a fixed capital. That, as I told, it's coming in a working capital. Because if you
Working
are
capital.
making a food, right? If you are making a food, right? So on a daily basis or a monthly basis, you need to buy a raw material like pulses, right? You want to buy a vegetables on a daily basis, right? So the raw material is not something like you can store it for nearly 2 years or 10 years. It's not possible to store a raw material, right? You don't have that much resources, You don't have
Okay,
that
sir.
much of production, right? You can't store a rice for nearly 20 years. It's not possible for you, right?
So basically, I have just one doubt. Like you said that the land comes under fixed capital, but
Correct.
sometimes some business owners do not purchase land; they rent them. So
Correct.
in
Then
that
it is
case,
coming under the working capital because they are
okay,
leasing the land. Suppose they are
yes,
leasing for 1 year, right? So these are
yes, sir.
very important concepts. You can just relate it. If you are working, if you are taking a lease for 1 year, then it is considered as a working capital. Working capital, because if you are leasing the land for 25 years,
Then it is a
then
fixed
it is
capital.
fixed capital because you have invested one time for 25 years. You don't have to think about it. Okay, I hope it is clear.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now coming to the type of goods and services, this is very important. So, what are the different type of goods and services? Type of goods and services. Okay, so here I will write, make a table. So, these first is a public good, second comes under the private, common, and clubs. So, clubs also provide a goods and services, right? Okay, so here I'll discuss one very good point. Okay, just uh, be there with me for some time. Okay, a very interesting concept I'll discuss. So, in terms of a sales, if we are assuming in terms of a sales, so public goods, in public goods, we can say if we are selling the public goods, what do you mean by sales of a public good, right? So, public goods, in terms of a sale, it's not basically you won't be able to sell it, right? So these are the goods for everyone. Goods can be used for everyone, right? If you can see free of cost dharmshalas, right, or free of cost rest houses are there, right, where you can just rest it for a certain period of time. They are not taking any charges, right? So which can be used by the society. So these can be used by the society at free of cost, right?
So
Okay,
basically, most
I'll
of the
give you
things
an
owned
example.
by
Just
government.
just be there with me for a couple of time. So I'll write it so that you can have understanding. So here I'm going to discuss about the sales. This is a market sign. Okay, and here I'm going to give you the examples. So in examples, I will explain you what about goods are coming and how they are associated, right? And last time I'm going to discuss about the exchangeability. Exchange. Okay, so goods can be used by everyone, or you can be used by the society. Now comes to private goods. Just do let me complete this thing, this table, right? So that after completing a table, if you have any doubt, you can feel free to ask me. Okay. So the other part is coming as a private goods. So what do you mean by the private goods? So private goods are goods which can be trade off, goods which can be, which you can buy and own, right? If you're buying a car, right? So that comes under the private good. If it is not something like a public good, anybody can come and take the key of your car and just ride your car. They have to take a permission from you, right? If they want to use. Okay. So the other thing comes, it's common goods. So goods anyone can use. Here it is coming goods everyone can use. Everyone goods anyone can use. But the issue is that they have a limited stocks. So here we didn't say about the limited in public goods. We didn't mention about the stock limit, but here in common goods we have a limited stocks. Okay, so in clubs, how the sales patterns are coming. So in clubs, only the members can registered members can use the goods. So registered members can use the goods. Okay, so these are the categorization based on sales. Now coming to the market side. So how you will identify what are the public goods, what are the common goods, what are the clubs, what are the private goods, right? So here you can see a sign free to all. Okay, if you are going to visit a temple, right? So there is a queue where you don't have to pay and you have to come in a common line. That is free to all. But whereas they have special darshan provisions as well, where you need to pay and you need to come in a separate line. All right. So this private is yours good, yours own good, right? Or you can put a tag, something like is there. So market sign is that which you are going to own, right? So it's your good. Common goods are first come and first serve, like our boot camps, right? What exactly is happening in our boot camp? So those who are registering first, they'll get the opportunity. Similarly for the Viva, first come first serve. If you are missing the deadline, you need to come on the next cycle. You need to book a slot on in the next cycle. Okay. So what are the signs here? So here, join the club. You can see this particular sign. So these are the market signs. So free to all means it's a public good. Private is something like you put a tag, this property is mine, you put a tag over there, or you put your name on the property. You can give a name for a building, right? And the common goods are first come, first serve, and the clubs are join the club. Okay, now coming to the example, now it is very interesting. So you can see here, it's a street light. Okay, clean air. It is free to all. Everybody can use. Anyone can use a street light. Clean air. Anybody can use this. No restrictions are there, right? Here it's coming your personal vehicle. So I can write a vehicle, personal, right? Your house, company, owned by you, right? After then, multiple things are there which you are going to buy, for which you are paying something and buying. That is your own property. Now coming here, first come first services, limited stocks are you can assume here as a parks. If the park is full, or like it is totally full, you won't be able to go. All right. You can see basically here you can see a fish which are available in pond, a river, and ocean. So anybody can go and just do a fishing there, no restriction, but the stock is limited, right? Sometimes you won't be able to get that much fish if you are going too frequently, and if a lot of people are there, obviously you will not get a chance. Okay. Now coming to here, so it's you can see a Netflix subscription, Netflix subscription, or you can see here cable TV, or you can say a gym membership, right? Or you can say a membership of a sports club. So these comes under the club. Okay. So now coming to the next point is exchangeable, whether these public goods are exchangeable or not, right? So these are non-exchangeable. Street light, you can't say your friend, okay, you can use a street light. I'm not using. You can't say this particular thing, right? You can't say like, okay, clean air is there, air is available in the environment. You can inhale more. I will inhale less. You can't say this thing. Okay. So in this, exchange is possible. Okay, but depends upon, for private good exchanges are possible, but depends upon the owner. If you think like, okay, I'll just suppose if you own a bike, right, and you become a rider in basically uh, some of the apps like Rapido and all. So you are using your personal goods for generating a revenue, right? You are just taking your car and just taxing it, right? So it depends upon you because this is owned by you, right? Okay, so these exchanges are open to all. Anybody will come for a common good, they can just use it, but the stock is limited. But here exchange is only for members, right? So this is what exactly the types of goods and services you can see how we have done the categorization. So here one concept is there which is very important: free to all. Do you think like if something is free, you are getting on free of cost? There is no cost associated with it. Everybody understand what I'm going to
Yeah,
what I'm
yes, sir.
asking?
Yes, sir. Uh, it
So
is
if I can
free to us,
put
but
a flag free, so it
The
means it is
final
free.
product can be free, but getting it to the end user might not be the free process.
Okay.
For
so
example,
base.
solar energy is free, but utilizing it to get in a utilizable format, converting it into a utilizable format will not be a free process.
Great. And what about first? Here it is limited stock free in
So
common
like
good.
street light is given to street light is free for us, but it is money is spent on those street lights by the government.
Hmm. Okay.
So it is not free in that case, in that scenario.
I'll tell you, as an economics point of view, nothing is free. It will associate some value. Okay. So if it is free of cost, first come first serve basis, right? So in economics, everything has a value. Your time, right? You don't think about money only, because this is a misconception. With there is a myth and a reality in economics. I'll tell you. This is a good story. So the myth is that when anybody listen a name of economics, they'll think about the money itself. They'll think economics is only related to money. But as soon as you are moving with the lectures, right, you will understand economics is not basically a money. If you take an example of Ramu tea stall, I discuss anything about the money. I didn't discuss. I discuss about the scarcity, elasticity, right? So these are not basically totally related to money. These are related to your. I've included the concept of scarcity, which I'm going to
Value creation.
in depth. So you have a limited resources, right? And you have unlimited demands. So how you are going to fulfill that unlimited demand within limited resources with maximum satisfaction? It's something called economics. So the myth is that economics is always related to money. It is not correct. It's basically, the reality is that economics is related to how you need to allocate your resources, right? Resources can be anything, right? It can be a time. Okay, so when it is free, first come first serve, free, come here and take. It is free of cost. It is associated with some value. If you are going to take the free item, right, you need to invest some time. That time you are might be the case you are going to implement that particular time in some different activities, which give you some maximum some other benefits, right? So this concept is called opportunity cost, where you are going to see which opportunity will give you a maximum satisfaction and which you are going to lose, which you are going to forgive, right? So I'll cover this all things in the detail. It is very interesting topics. So I hope up to this it is clear to you all.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
So okay, so maybe from the next lecture. So this is basically the foundation I have given you. Now I hope you are getting an idea how the concepts are related when you're going to do the analysis and when you're going to approach a business, right? So I hope you have a little bit understanding of these things. What are the goods? What are the services? Now, if you are going to the company, you are able to identify whether the company is related to goods or whether the company is related to service-based company or goods-based company, or it is both, right? At least this I am able to communicate with you all.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, haircut is a good or service, sir, as it is visible, sir.
Haircut, when you are cutting your hair, so hair is your goods, but who is cutting your hair? He is giving a service. Because if you are not satisfied with his service, if you are not satisfied whatever the haircut he did, then you will not go to his shop,
Sir, then it
right?
is visible service. Like,
Visible are goods. If you can say visible, your hairs are visible. So this is your product. But I'll give you an example. When you are going for a haircut, right? So sometime what happens? The new person came to cut your hair, right? He don't know the style of your hair cutting, and he cut it on his own, and you are not satisfied, and you complain a lot with the owner because he cut your hair in such a way it is not representative. Right? So in that case you are not satisfied at all,
yes, sir.
right? So you are able to touch that satisfaction, you are not able to touch that satisfaction, you are able to feel that only, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Got
Sir,
it?
I
Yes.
sir, I had a doubt about the submission timeline. Like so
I'll,
the
I'll just uh, I'll just cover this particular point. So up to this, I'll take a question now. You can raise your hand. So I'll take a questions from you. Okay. So I hope up to this it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have concepts, understanding what exactly the business is all about, and other things is clear to you all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Sir, I have
So
one. Like,
yeah, please go ahead.
here in this table, types of goods and services, in the exchange row for the private goods, what should we like? What is the possibility of exchange? It is exchangeable. That is it, right?
Which one?
Exchange row of the private goods.
Wait, let me open the PPT that write up. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, so this is empty, right? Like exchange, a private exchange.
Private, yeah, private actually depend upon you. That is what I told. If you are having a private goods, right? So it depends upon you. If you own a car, right? It depends upon you whether you want to give your car to your friend or not. Sometimes you will say like, okay, I don't want to give my car to my friend. I want
Okay,
to handle my car or a single user. That is me. I don't want any driver as well. So you don't want to exchange your facility. You don't want to share your facilities.
got
Got
it,
it?
sir. Got it.
Okay, great. So I'm sharing you all the feedback. I think you have. So as I told, these are very important for me feedbacks because the previous feedbacks a student mentioned a couple of things. So what exactly they want in the live sessions. So based on that, I designed this particular session, and uh, going forward, just do input the things which you are looking for. And on economics point of view, I am going to take some class on inventory as well, right? So this will help me. So this is not something like I'm doing intentionally to get some feedbacks from you. It is not like that. I'm just trying to understand what exactly I want to communicate with you in the next session, or how I need to design a sessions, right? If you have some particular topic in your mind, just do let me know. So I'll review it, and based on your suggestions, like if I'll get more number of responses for particular topic, I'll cover the topic during the session. right? So it is not something like I am focusing only on a project. I am just trying to guide you how to go in this particular project, what are the different concepts, because this is something where you are going to visualize the real data, right? So when you are going to visualize the real data, it is very important to understand the fundamental concepts, right? If you don't know elasticity, then you are not able to come, or you are not able to give a data centric solution, right? So it is not possible to interpret the plots. Why it is happening? If you understand from there, there is a decrease in sales for a coffee, 50%, 30% for tea increase, right? Why it is happening? Because for understanding these fluctuation, right? So this is something like a math you are doing. When you are plotting, you are doing a math, right? But why this is happening is going to be explained with the help of fundamental concepts. Okay,
Sir, I have one
I
more
hope
doubt.
it is clear. Yeah, great. So just share your feedback. Just give me 2 minutes. I can have a water because I think I again need to continue for nearly an hour. A lot of questions are there. I'll address each and every question, right? And then we'll wind up the session. Don't worry about it.
Sir, sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible? Yes, I'll
Yes,
just
sir,
Yes,
take
you are
sir.
audible.
questions now. So, what are the questions you have to let?
Sir, I have one doubt,
Yeah,
sir.
you can raise your hand. Okay, this is a good feature actually. I'm seeing in Gmeet now. It is numbering like who is the first, who first raise hand, who is second. Yeah. So I'll go with Ayush.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have two questions. First of all, in BDM project, this is my first term, so I have confusion about many of them saying deadline of about proposal and all. So I didn't get it. And second of all, I have
No,
my
this
own
for
distribution.
this you need to work hard, Ayush. For understanding the timeline, I have already covered in the previous orientation session. You need to go through
Okay,
the orientation video and you need to identify the timeline. Also, you need to go to the rubrics where a perfect timeline is written, like what exactly is the timeline.
sir. So many of them telling that timeline is 13th June. So is it?
That is what I told. I sent a mail. Dr. Ashwin already sent an email regarding that. So that this current thing is not meant for you, right? So it is
Okay,
basically applicable. These timelines are applicable only to the previous. So what exactly is happening here in BDM project? Since this project is running throughout the year, it's not
okay,
something that is running for one term or two term. It is running throughout the year. So we have, if it is running throughout the year, students are running in different terms. Okay.
okay,
Suppose somebody registered in January term. So if he is not able to complete a project, so he can just submit his report in the next term.
okay, sir.
So like that, the timelines are designed so that if somebody is coming in every month, they have the opportunity to submit their report.
Okay, okay. And another thing is, sir, I have an distribution business. So can I use my own business data in this
This
project?
is very good. That is what I am always telling this thing. If you have your own business, so this is the best opportunity for you to analyze your business, because now companies, there are different startups which are doing the analysis for the businesses, right,
Yeah,
and taking
yes, sir.
money. So it is a good opportunity for you. If you have, if you own a business, you can just do analysis for that itself.
Sir, but the main issue is that in my business there is fixed price related to all, and my business mainly dips and goes on season wise. So can I use that factor in my that for example in marriage season my sales goes up and in rainy season my sales go down, so I can use that analysis?
That is very important. Seasonal analysis is very important,
Okay, sir.
right?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll go to Uzair. Yeah. Uzair, are you there? Okay, I think he's not here. Radha?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, I think so. This which you mentioned before the submission deadline, we have to refer the orientation session to understand the submission deadline timeline. Okay, I will refer that. So,
Mhm.
I have collected a data set for the project. This is my
Mhm.
first term, and
Mhm.
can I do the data set analysis till the May 2026, or do I need to
No,
include
that
the?
is why I told, like, I think the previously Abhishek asked me the same question. Like, he has a 6 months of data. Or, I'm not sure who asked me the question. So he told like only 6 months, 7 months data. So how we need to find it out? So it is not related to how much time data you have. What is the
Okay.
quality of data and what you are getting from the data? That you need to
Oh,
visualize and understand based on the
oh,
business problem, right? So I'm not
okay.
the one who can tell you like, okay, this much data is sufficient. I'm not able to tell you because you are the one who can judge it. You are the best person who can judge it. Okay, it is useful or not.
Okay. One
Okay.
more question. Actually, I was able to access a BDM capstone dashboard, the project dashboard, just 1 or 2 days before. So
Mhm.
as soon as the dashboard open, it showed like a business detail, like we have to give us the detail about the business which you are using. So what is there any deadline to submit it, or we can submit when we have
No, no,
started the project?
that is a stage. That is something like a basic form you need to fill it, right? You
Okay.
can fill it any time whenever you want to fill it. So there is no.
Okay.
So BDM project, you don't have any restrictions on the timeline, right? The timelines are
Okay.
fixed already, but
Okay.
you need to design your project in such a way that you can complete within the mentioned timeline. Okay. So we have
Okay.
all the timelines are pretty fixed from the starting onwards,
Oh,
right? So we don't have
okay.
any variation in the timeline.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
in I had seen there was a where we have to provide proof of originality. So in that there
Correct.
was a letter that was mentioned that we have to present give even a letter proof.
So yeah, so in that
Yeah.
proof of originality, you need to provide a letter from the business organization. So what happens uh, when you are taking a data, right? We
Okay.
need to verify what exactly the data you have taken from, where you have taken, right? Because a lot of people are generating a data from AI, and we are just
Okay.
catching them, right? So we need a
Okay.
authentic. If you are going from a primary approach, you need to take
Yes.
a authenticity letter, right? So it is something like whatever the documents and videos are required, which can prove like your data is original. You need to provide that. Okay.
So mainly the letter should be about that from the company side or from wherever we are taking. So it should be that the company has only provided the data to me, and I've done my analysis, right? If that's what
So
the letter
that
should
you
say.
need to do here is something like you need to take a letter on a letterhead of company letterhead, right?
Okay.
If they don't have a letterhead, you can take via official email also is fine, right? You can just ask them to send messages via official email, or you can make a letter on your own. Just take a signature and a stamp of the
Okay.
company, right? Stamp with
Okay.
GST details and all, so that we can authenticate. Okay, this is a genuine business. That is how you need to do it.
Okay. The letter just should say that so original and genuine data set, and that
And
is
letter will
that.
mention I have taken this data, I have given this particular data through this student for his
Okay. Okay. Okay.
purpose, right? And
Mm.
with this much data, anything you can write it from
Okay.
related to your business,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, for self business, I have to issue letter to myself only, or
It
how
is
can?
registered. It is registered in your name or in your father name.
No, it's registered under my name only.
Then you need to prove like you are the owner of a business.
So I can give the GST paper.
You can give a GST paper registration detail.
Yeah, I can give that.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You can help others also when you complete a project. You can help others also to give your data,
Yeah,
right?
I can open to that. I can open to that, sir.
Yeah, great. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think yeah. Please go
Excuse
ahead.
me,
Who
sir.
is that?
Sir, it's Uzair.
Jose. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
please,
I'm
please
really
go
sorry.
ahead.
I was like somewhere at the
No
door, and
issues.
that's why. Okay. So, sir, the here since I have already submitted the proposal here, sir, yesterday
Okay.
night only. So, the timeline, the expected timeline was there, right? In the proposal, there was in the rubrics.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I made
See,
my
our
own.
timelines are
Yeah.
very fixed. Okay, if you are missing a timeline because we are sending a email announcement emails on a daily basis, so the system is totally automated, right? So we don't have any flexibility in a system because since it is totally automated, we don't have a hold, right? We can't extend the timeline as well. So it's totally fixed. Whatever the point is there, it will just stop at that particular point. That
Yeah.
is why we are always saying you need to submit it before. Don't wait for a last minute submissions, right?
Yeah, sir, but the thing is, I've submitted the proposal, and inside I also mentioned the timeline and everything. According
Uh-huh.
to, but because I don't know the midterm submission time right now, and I don't know the final submission time right now. So,
Uh-huh.
uh, like how these are not
So you
mentioned in the
already know the
time.
midterm submission and final submission time, right? You already have a structure of timeline thing is already there in
Yeah.
the portal. Yeah.
So in the timeline, its midterm is like 6 6. So sir, like okay, resubmission
It's
date is there.
next month. Sorry to interrupt. It's next month's sixth is the midterm, and next month after that, the first is the final term.
I
It's
think
essentially a 2 month exercise, bare minimum.
Arpit did a good work actually. He put everything in the chat. Maybe you can refer it. Okay.
Uh,
So he has given all the timelines. Thanks, Arpit.
okay, sir,
So
like in
Nishan
the
this side.
so the like in the timeline, I can see there's a section where resubmission date is there, right?
Yes, the resubmission date, it's not a resubmission. You can just read it
Like
properly.
yeah, sir, like I can
Resubmission is only
sir,
for a hold,
yeah,
right?
sir, I want to understand this part, sir. Like since submission start date
Okay.
is, let's say, for
So
the proposal is 11/6/2026. So I and till submission end date is 13/6/2026. So
don't worry about
yesterday
it.
was
I'll
the last.
explain you what I mean by hold. What is a resubmission means. So resubmission is something like if your report is there, okay,
Mhm.
and you missed a Gantt chart in your report. Suppose I'm saying like if your Gantt chart is not correct or WPS is not correct, if you missed a link in your midterm report, right? If your report link is not working, so in that situation, we can consider this as a minor revision, where something which is missed in your report, right? So we are giving you the opportunity to include the link or to include the WBS or to make proper WBS, right? We are not rejecting it because this is a minor issue, right? Because if you I'm not able to access the data, it means you do. Sometimes a student won't give the access, right,
Yeah.
to just view their data. So in that case, we are not rejecting report. We are just holding the report and we are giving you the opportunity. Okay, these things are missing in your report. We are not able to access a particular point. If possible, you can just activate that links or provide that links again so that we can just review your report, right? So in that case, we are holding the report. So that is a special case.
Yes, sir, I got that point. But sir, like in the proposal time, it's fine. We have the starting time and some end time is clearly mentioned, and yesterday was the end time. Now in
Mhm.
midterm, sir, in midterm, it is mentioned
Mhm.
there that it is 6/6/2026 and 9 till the start date is 6/6/2026, and the some end date was it is
Eight,
written there.
eight, and it was eight. I think Arpit, you have written nine. It is eight.
9, sir, 9/6 it's written.
It is no, no. Okay, so midterm we have increases to nine this time. Usually it is from six to eight, but what happened? As you've seen the email, I have sent an email because the portal was not working. So we have extended a day timeline because of the issue with the domain study.iitm, and because
So
of that,
nine
whole
six is
system was
already
down.
passed, right, sir? Nine
Sorry,
six, 9/6 is already passed, I think, right?
6/9 is already passed. Midterm is already passed. Yeah.
So, sir, if I started right now this BDM project, like I started only, so how when I'm going to submit the midterm, that's
Now
what
you are
I
going to submit next in next cycle only
in next cycle.
in
So,
July.
like,
In
sir,
July, yes.
so like this one, I have already, like, this is my first time I'm doing this project, sir. Okay, this is the first time. So I talked to a business owner and everything. I've talked a little bit about, and I not I've collected some data, not all, but I want all the data from that business.
But did you submitted your proposal?
Yes, sir, I submitted yesterday only, yesterday night. That's what
Okay,
I'm.
okay, fine. Then you need to submit your midterm in next July.
So it will be mentioned the timeline, right, sir?
It will. It is already
That is the,
mentioned.
yeah,
Timeline will automatically get reset uh, before next
after.
submission. So it is
Okay.
already. If you can open your portal, there is
Yeah, I.
a special tab for the timeline, right?
Sir, the green color is like the current submission
Green
that is
color is
happening.
the ongoing thing. Green
Ongoing
color
thing,
is
yeah,
ongoing.
exactly. So the ongoing
So
thing is
they have
only,
already mentioned what the color means.
yeah, yeah, they have mentioned properly, but there is no upcoming submission right now in the portal, right? Like in the timeline, I can see that.
Already all the submissions are finished, na? So
Okay.
your proposal is the last submission.
So
After then,
that's
you
why,
don't
sir,
have any.
I did what in the proposal. I just want to ask you, like, is what I just want to ask is that in the expected timeline that is in the rubrics of the proposal only, there
Uh-huh.
in the expected timeline, we need to put a Gantt chart, right? So like I did that as well with
Uh-huh.
making the timeline and everything. But the timeline, in the timeline, like starting from the uh, proposal and then the data collection and then midterm and then final submission, all these things, I
Mm-hmm.
need to make some, like I made my own like time slots, like time durations, which I will be completing on those time durations. I did something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Is it like is going to work? Because I don't know the upcoming date, right? Exact date when the
Yeah, that is fine. So
midterm.
what exactly is there
Yeah,
in when you are submitting a timeline in proposal?
yeah,
So that is not a concrete timeline, right? So it's
exactly.
basically your post timeline.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's expected.
So
Yeah. Mhm.
expected. It is not a concrete timeline you have to finish, because might be the case you are not able to submit the report in particular cycle. The report
Correct.
was not ready. So it's
Yes.
basically how you are designing your project and what's your expected timeline. It is not a concrete thing,
Okay,
right?
that's only my concern is because I've already submitted. I
Yeah,
thought
no
like
problem,
this
no
should be,
problem at all.
yeah, they should be. Okay, thank you, thanks a lot, sir. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, Radha. You have filled the feedback. I think some more of you just fill the feedback form and just mention in the tab. You can mention properly like what exactly you are looking for sessions and all, right? Okay, so I'll go with Lokesh.
Good afternoon, sir. First of all, I want to thank you. Today's session was very, very useful. And
Great.
sir, in last to last term, I applied for BDM project and I went
Uh-huh.
for primary route. My
Okay.
proposal got accepted, my midterm got accepted, but at the final, there was some mishappening in my family, so I wasn't able to continue with that. So I
Okay.
continued my term project this month, and I uploaded the same proposal that I was working on, but now I'm going from secondary route. So, but
But the thing is that Lokesh, if you have already reached to your final stage, right?
yes, sir.
I'm correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So why you are switching now? Because you have already crossed proposal midterm and you are on the last stage of your project, right?
Sir,
So
now I just graduated from my second course and I have joined a job. So, sir, for that I have not that time to do so. That's why I
no,
shifted
you
to
already have
secondary.
a data for that, na? So
Yes,
why
sir.
you
I
are
already
jumping
have
again?
data.
So if you were doing from the primary source, you already finished your midterm and you are in a final stage. It means you already have a data for the
Yes,
business.
sir. Yes, sir.
So why you are switching now from coming from a stage zero? I'm not able to understand. You can just proceed, go ahead with your final submission and complete your Viva.
But sir, now I have re-uploaded that proposal. I have started it from scratch because of the 6 month data lag. Data lag happened in my
No, it
last
is a
submission.
loss for you. That is what I'm just suggesting you, because you already have a business idea and everything was there with you. So your grades are going to degrade, right? And you have already completed two milestones and three
Yes, sir.
milestones to identify a business, to get a data, submit proposal, midterm, right? So you have
Yes,
an
sir.
opportunity to get a good grades previously. I'm not sure why you have switched the project, because
Now,
here
sir,
the grades are for D and E only. Your
yes.
effort, whatever you did previously, is something like a waste.
Sir, should I resubmit the proposal in next term with primary route then
No, you
next
don't
month?
have to submit a proposal. You have to continue with your final. I'm not sure, but now it is not possible, because what happened when you reset the portal, right? So all your
Yes, sir.
previous database is removed, right? Your
Yes, sir. Sir,
courses and
that
everything,
happened, sir.
right? So I'm not sure it is not possible now. But anyhow, it's fine. So might be you have some thought on your mind
Yes, sir.
because of that you did it. So it is fine. So yeah, please go ahead. What are the questions you have
Sir,
now?
but this time my proposal got rejected. The same proposal I was doing before, and I uploaded the same, but it got rejected with minor
It will
tweaks.
reject, because that was the primary data source you were using. Here you are using a secondary data source. So both the things are pretty different. It will not get accepted, because they will say now the secondary TA will assume like it is primary data why you are submitting here. It will create a confusion. why you're submitting in a secondary data analysis.
Okay, okay, that
So
was
that is okay. I'm not able to understand why you did this, because you were already your proposal was already accepted and midterm was already accepted, and then you switched it. I'm not able to understand. Okay, maybe you can take a call. So your this data set will not work with the secondaries. For secondary, there is a different procedure, right? There is a different data set you need to take. So obviously, like for in the next cycle also, it will get rejected because you are taking a primary source, and the TA will clearly write you are taking a primary source data. Why you are submitting as a secondary source?
okay, sir. Sir, I'll do that. I'll go for primary source and next term only, sir. And I got
Don't
my
waste a term. You already have this thing, so just go strategically, right? I don't want to waste your time. That is what.
yes, sir.
Even I don't want to waste anybody's time. Like you all are working hard and doing it. Like it doesn't matter primary or secondary. So that is why I always push you all to complete a project on time to strategize it, right? So you need to strategize now. If you are thinking like you are continuing with the same business, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
want to continue with the same business, you need to reset the portal before the next submission timeline, right?
Okay, sir.
And you need to submit your report again, the same proposal again, because if you can wait for a next term, you are losing your time, losing your money, right? So as economics, I told time has a value, right?
Yes, sir.
So these are the important things you need to consider. Don't waste your term. Just try to reset the portal and submit in the next cycle. You can submit your proposal, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
so if
Okay.
you are submitting a proposal in July, in August, if it is accepted in August, you are able to submit your midterm, right? And in next term, that is on September term, you are able to complete the project. If everything goes,
Plan.
every submissions accepted in one shot, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. You
Don't
did a great help. Thank you. Thank you for your
don't,
guidance.
don't get panic. Just strategize, make a proper strategy and go ahead, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so uh, Naburana,
Yes, so good afternoon, sir.
yeah, yeah,
So
good.
actually, I
So
wanted
your
to ask.
name is pretty different.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. It's
yeah.
Nabaru. Yeah.
Nabarun.
So
What is
I
it? Is
want
Nabarun?
Nabaruna.
Nabruna. Okay, I spelled correctly then. Yeah,
Yes.
please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask what is the procedure to shift from primary to a secondary route because I
You need
work
to
in a
raise a
primary
ticket.
route.
You need to raise a ticket from a portal where it is mentioned. You need to switch from primary to secondary, right? So that change from primary to secondary, that ticket you need to raise, and based on that, your project will get reset. But you need to mention why you are going to switch your project from primary to secondary, right?
So actually, I'm shifting cities, and like it will be difficult for me to collect the data, and my proposal
Why
is
it is
bit
difficult? Why you are thinking it is difficult? There was
the back.
previously there was a lady who was doing a BDM project, right? So initially she thought like it is very difficult because what happens, she is not too much communicative, right? So she hesitates when she communicate with anyone. So she told her personally, like we mentor him. So she told us like, sir, it is not very difficult for me to convince a business because I didn't step out from my house right till now, and I'm very scared of tech. Talking to strangers and asking the data is a big task, right? And after 6 months or 7 months, he received multiple rejections. Many rejections he received, but she didn't give up, right? And at last, she got a best project award, right? So I think her video is also there in YouTube, best project award. So after then, she told her, with this project, I learned a lot. So I was not comfortable in speaking to any stages. Now I'm comfortable. I can speak to anyone if needed. So it's not an issue. So just I want to motivate you. Don't if you don't have a time, then it is fine. You can go ahead with whatever. But if you have a time, right? So just try to give a pitch. One time you can give a pitch. What happens? You will not get a data. That's all, right? So just try to communicate with the business. We are not asking you to go with the very hi-fi businesses. You can go to the person from whom you are taking a vegetables, right? From whom you are taking a groceries. You can go to discuss with them. You can ask to your milkman, like I am doing this project. This is you can showcase
I
the
actually
activity
chose
whatever you are doing.
like chose a kirana shop near my house, and like I got my proposal accepted. But during the midterm, it was a miscommunication between me and the shopkeeper, and he was a bit uncooperative. So it was a issue regarding that, and at that time I was in a different city, and I'm shifting cities again. So it's like a communication barrier that is happening. So I feel it will be more convenient for me to shift to secondary route and just complete the project right now. So that's
Okay.
why.
Then you can go. It's your choice. I need to just let you know, like I need to motivate you for go with the primary, but
Yes, I
otherwise it's your
understand.
choice.
It's really
Yeah.
interesting. I really wanted to go through the primary route because it's the
Yes,
more
yes.
fun
Because
way
in
of
primary,
learning.
you are learning a lot of things, not only with respect to subjects, you are learning a lot of things with the primary project. When you are interacting with a business owner, you are learning a lot from their experience as well. Right. So that is fine. Like it totally depending upon you and your degree completion and qualification, what you want. Right. So you can go ahead, you can go to the portal and just raise a ticket from the portal changed from primary to secondary, right? And once it is approved, your portal will get reset.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Samir.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Uh,
Samir.
so, yeah, so I had like two doubts. One is operational, and one is related to my like POC with business. So my business, I'll start with that one. So the business that I'm currently working with is a small consultancy, and it is uh, but they actually work from operate completely from home. So I do not have like any. They do not have physical location. So during the
Mm-hmm.
midterms for the proof of originality, would the letter and like the interaction, like video call interaction, be enough?
Mm-hmm.
Or like
You
do
can
I
go a
need
video
to
call
get
interaction.
something else?
It's not an issue. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, these two would be enough, right?
Yeah, so you can go
Another.
for a video conversation, but it should be on an official place. It should not be something like they are sitting on some park or somewhere, right? And you are recording the video. It is not like that. You need to go with
Yeah,
a professional video where they can just explain everything about a business, and it should be on the. If they are operating from home, they should have like if it is a service or a goods based. Business, they need to showcase like what are the services they are providing, what are the goods they are having, right? So these things should cover in the video. So the main purpose of the video is to build your originality strong, right? So that the TAs who are reviewing your report, they will be more confident after seeing your video, right? So you need to make a video in such a way so that other will get convinced. Got it?
okay. Yes. Another doubt, the operational one. So yesterday I actually have submitted my proposal late yesterday,
Mhm.
and then I suddenly checked my the one that the report that I had submitted the proposal. But when I saw the one that was available on the portal, it had some visual errors. So, but it was only on one page. Uh, the table of contents one. So since it is not a part of the rubric,
Samir,
um,
I think your voice is breaking
yeah,
in
yeah,
between, so I'm not able to understand a couple of points. So, yeah, I think it is
hello, am I audible now?
breaking. Voice breaking is for others as well, or it is for me only?
Yes, it is actually his voice is not clear.
So it is not
Is my
clear.
audio available? Like this audible now? Audible now?
Yeah, your voice, you are audible, but your voice is breaking in between. So we are not able to understand some points. It's missing, like what you want to communicate.
Okay. Okay. So should I like type it in the chat in that case? Would that be all right?
No, typing is very difficult because I need to read it,
Okay.
everything, and it is very
Uh,
difficult. Maybe you can just come to a good network, and then you can just come back and ask the question. It's not an issue.
yes, yes.
For others,
Just
maybe. Yeah, yeah.
is it working now? In a better.
It is better now. I can say it is better now. Yeah, yeah. Please
Okay.
go ahead.
Yes. So yesterday, what had happened was like I had submitted my proposal, but the one received on the platform, it
Mhm.
had some visual bugs, and it was not like that on my end. So I had raised a ticket, but and you had actually replied to it as well, uh, that I can submit for like next term. I'm fine with that, but earlier you had mentioned that there was a resubmission window as well. So since it is not a
No,
part
no.
of
I have already
rubrics, like
explained what do you mean by resubmission window. I have already
yeah, yeah,
explained.
yeah, so that's what I'm asking. Like, since it is not part of rubrics, like the visual work which is there on your end, it is not a part. It is not there on the rubrics part. So, would I be able to like do that during that like if the TA feels
No,
like
no,
it?
that if your report
Yes.
is rejected, just I want to repeat it again. If your report is rejected, it means you need to submit to the next cycle, next cycle only. If your report is hold, you will get an email, and in that email, the date is mentioned when you need to resubmit it. So these are the two conditions.
Okay.
Just be clear with that. If it is hold, you can resubmit. If it is rejected, there is no option of resubmission, right? You need to submit it again in the next cycle.
Yeah, I was just confused since it was currently just in the submitted state. So, like since
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have
So
submitted
you
it
work on your
yesterday.
report as per the TA comments and submit in the next cycle.
All right,
Okay,
I'll do. Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tarun.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Yeah, sir. So the question that I had was when I was supposed to choose my routes, that is primary route and secondary route, I had chosen the primary route and had given details of a particular business. But
Mm-hmm.
now the case is that on 12th, I received an email from that particular business saying that they won't be able to cooperate with me. Uh,
Okay.
I knew something like this would happen, so I'd already, I'd already scanned through other companies or other organizations that could provide me a data. So I have another organization that's willing to give me the data. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
does this does so like now I'm splitting it into two questions. One, because I gave the wrong details when choosing the type of proposal.
That
Is
is
it going to
fine. That is
be
fine. That
that
is
is
not an
fine?
issue.
Okay. Yeah, I think the second question also is the resubmission that was there, but I
Yes,
think
I got the
you've
point.
already
You need
spoken
to.
about it, so I'm not going to ask that. Like,
So yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's quite clear for me.
Yeah. So
So
you need
the
to
next
reset the portal
submission,
now. Yeah, yeah.
yes,
You need.
okay. So that means basically I submit, I basically I clear the portal and I submit it on the next month. That's
Yes. You need
the
to
correct
reset the
way
portal
to do it,
first
right?
time because you are changing the
Yes.
business. Just mention in the ticket you are changing
Hmm.
the business, and because
Hmm.
of that, you need to reset the portal. That's it.
I've already raised a ticket for this.
I
I've
think it is
also
already
attached.
approved. It is
No,
already
sir.
approved.
I'm not sure. I haven't checked it right now. But it was yes. Yesterday when I checked, it still showed pending.
Yeah,
I didn't receive an
if you have
email.
raised the ticket yesterday, I think most of the tickets I have cleared or Dr. Ashwin has cleared,
Hmm.
and it will reflect. It will take some time.
Okay,
It
sir.
will
No
right.
problem.
So don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So these operational things you don't have to worry about it. Once you are just raising a ticket, uh,
Okay.
just hold it for some time. Meanwhile,
Okay.
don't stop your work and just
Correct.
be in attention when will happen when the portal will be set. Just you have raised the ticket, it will get done. So you started your work, right? Don't stop your work
Yes.
and attention, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, sorry, sir. One more small question I had. How do you clear the portal? Is there a
No,
particular way to do it? Or
that is a different process. You don't have to understand that process how you are preparing the post.
so that is up to the backend team to do that, right? So after, like, because
Yeah.
I've already raised the ticket,
You have raised the
correct?
ticket. Don't worry about it. It will get
Okay.
clear. You
Yeah.
just start working on your report. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
great. So yeah, Ananya.
So like this month I missed the deadlines. When I submitted next month again the report, do I have
Yes.
to do it the next month after that too? Like, or is it just the next month and my project would be over?
See, every month we have a timeline. Every month we have a summation. You can plan your project when you want to submit it, right?
Okay, okay.
Okay. Great.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. I think couple of you didn't fill the feedback form, so fill it right. Share it again. Okay. So I'll go with the uh, Gurijala.
Hi, sir. Actually, the session was very interesting,
Thank you.
and I am able to implement one of the suggestions you have given in the session in my like my business too.
Oh, great.
Secondly, like last week also I have asked this thing, sir. Like my business, I have a particular problem. I have 3 months, previous 3 months of data, like every bill I have, the list of items which we are selling right now. We have everything like cost price, selling price, everything we have.
Mhm.
Before 3 months, I have like 3 years of data, but it is not
Okay.
like not representative. It is a sample of the things which like only the bulk item purchases was there.
Mhm.
Only like subset of bills was there for like 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
How can I
But
deal with?
from 3 year data, at least you can get some insights, right?
I can get the
So
insights, but I can't club these 3 months data and those 3 years data, right? Like, can you give me some
yes,
suggestions
yes,
on
yes.
how?
It is not possible to tie up the 3 month with the previous 3 year if it was not in a structured form, right?
Yeah.
So you received 3 months data right now, right?
Yes, sir. I have. Like, I have developed an app to record every particular sale. Like, I have registered in last term. I have
Mm-hmm.
the proposal got accepted, and
Maybe what I'll
immediately
do,
developed an app.
I do one thing because I need to understand your project in depth, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I can just, if I'm free, I can give you some time. Then you can showcase me your data and dashboard, whatever you have made it,
So
and
if you
from
have
there,
time, I have the portal open right now. I can share the screen.
no, now it is not possible because I need to address a lot of questions. I think nearly 10 people are there in the line. So best what you can do, I can just schedule a meeting with you as per my availability. I'm not available this week. I'm traveling. So maybe next week I'll connect with you, right? And then you can just explain me everything, whatever you want to communicate and dashboard, whatever you want to show. I'll just connect with you and I can just give you some insights.
Yes, sir. Another like two questions I have operational things, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
One thing is, can you please share like whatever the next Sunday session topic is a priori so that we can like be prepared a little.
Yeah, next topic for the next session you are
Yeah.
asking.
Yes,
So
sir. Next session.
next session I'm going to discuss about because since this is a foundation I have built recently, right? So foundation of economics I'm building and I'm relating with data science. So
Yes, sir.
next session, I'm going to explain what are the different type of economics because you are going to B2B, B2C, right? Or
Yes.
or you can say direct B2G also, direct to government, or B2G also, business to government, right?
Yes.
So what are the different type of economics are there? What is the difference between economy and economics, right? So that is pretty important to understand. And then I'll go to the different concepts of, if time allows, I can switch to a very important concept that is the cost analysis for production, right? And after the cost analysis, I'll go to demand and supply. So this should be the flow of your whole thing. So I'm going to cover this whole topic in nearly 3 to 4 sessions from now onwards, and
Okay,
then
sir.
I'll just continue with the inventory analysis, right? So mostly like in 7 to 8 weeks, I'm going to complete this particular course content.
Okay, sir.
I don't have to do this, but because this already you have already covered in your BDM theory
Medium
course and
theory.
courses. But since I'm thinking like this is pretty important, you don't, most of the reports we are seeing, students don't know and they don't have a proper fundamental knowledge. Because of that, they're just plotting the graph and just giving the graphs in the report. So I think like it might be useful for you all to get a fundamental understanding, right? To better give a data-driven decisions, because you need to give a solutions or interpretation of your data, right? What you are getting from the data. So I thought it might be useful for you all. So that is why I planned the lectures for important topics only, right? It is not possible to cover whole economics in 5 to 6 week or 4 week, right? But I have taken a concepts or topics in such a way so that it will help you when you are discussing with a business owner, right? Cost analysis is very important, right? Okay, so optimization of resources is very important. So this I'm going to cover.
Yes, sir.
Even if you, I'm not sure you have access for BDM theory course.
We have access, sir.
So we are taking a lectures in. I'm taking a live sessions for this thing also, BDM theory course, where I'm going to discuss some more concepts. Maybe you can go through the videos, new videos they are launching. I'm not sure whether you have access to previous videos or new videos.
Sir,
So I'm going to
actually, we
cover.
have access to previous videos which we have completed the term, but it would
No,
be
new
helpful if we
videos, because
can share the links.
we have revamped the course from totally revamped the course. So in BDM theory now we are having a different splits of subjects. So BDM is now divided into three parts, because if you want to understand the business, you need to understand the economics of the business first. You have to understand the business after then, and then you have to understand the finances. So BDM course is split into three parts now: uh, economics, business, and finance, right? And after then, we have a live session where we will discuss about the case studies, and then we can just close the course. So this is how we have revamped the course now, because previously it was not there, and there was a disconnection between the fundamental concepts and different things, right? So we revamped it whole, and we started already. The week one is started, and we have orientation on 19th of June, and after then I'm taking a live sessions for economics, right? So because I'm not I'll tell you, I'm not much comfortable in PPT, this thing and all. I'm more comfortable in writing and explaining, because I thought like it will give a good connection to the students as well. Because when I was also a student, I don't like the PPT teaching and all. So I was too much interested when professors are going to write on the board and they're explaining, because I feel some connections between the professor and the content when somebody is writing and explaining, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so I'm going to take the live sessions. Maybe I'll share you the link as well, if in case if you all are free. I'm not sure the link is shared from the team side, or if I will take a session and the link I'm going to create, I'll share the link with you all. So in case if you are free, you can just feel free to join the sessions.
Sir, it will be very helpful, sir, if you can share the
Yeah.
live sessions link.
Yeah, so I'll just see like whether they're streaming on a YouTube or how they are doing. So because this is the first time we are taking the BDM theory course, so we don't know what exactly the things, how they are managing the things, what are the inventory things they are doing, and how they are managing the sessions and all. So let's see. But anyhow, like if I'm going to create a link, I'll share you the details, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. The today's session was very helpful, sir. Very
Yeah,
productive.
so I thought like at least you all have a fundamental understanding, right? So from Ramu tea stall I have taken. So
Yes, sir.
that is something like
And
it was there in previously, it was there in IIT Madras. He was very famous. Now he is not here. So I thought I can just explain you from Ramu, like you will get some a little bit concept from there. Yeah,
yes. And final thing is just a suggestion, sir.
yeah,
If
yeah.
possible, in one live session, can you take a sample data and process, like teach the
I will try.
basic
I'll
processing?
take the case. I'm taking in economics course. I'm taking two cases where I'm going to explain the cost with the help of that. So maybe, if possible, I'll see like how much I I will be able to cover from that content if it is possible for me. So, if possible, I'll just try to give you some insights from the same BDM theory content as well, whatever I'm teaching there, if the links are not accessible. So, I'll try to just explain you with the help of data as well. So, what the data is saying, like how you need to visualize the data, that I'll just explain you in one session.
Sir, otherwise, like if it is possible, can you share us the Zoom, like Meet, Google Meet session live link itself, like live class?
Which Google Meet?
I mean, BDM live sessions will happen,
BDM,
right?
I'm not sure. That is why I told I don't know the logistic how they are managing the things, right?
Yeah, like can you
So
place a request at least from our side?
maybe you can request. You can send a mail to Bharti Madam. You all because I'm not sure like how whether you are able to access the BDM theory course again or not. So the email should go from your end. You can just request her, ma'am. We are interested to take sessions of BDM theory course because now it is restructured, and you can just write in the mail. I have taken a session from Aditya sir, and it was pretty useful. And I need to study the economics point of view because it is mostly related to a BDM project, and it will give us a good exposure. So if they will allow you, then we don't have any issues because I'm not sure like how these things are going on, how the operations are going on, right? Whether they will allow you once you complete the course, they'll give you the access or not. So that I don't know, frankly, I'll tell you. So maybe you can just try to drop an email to Bharti Madam, copy us as well. So we'll see. And if we are getting a lot of emails, we will request them also to share a link to BDM project students as well so that they will get a benefit, right? So you can just drop an email and see what exactly they will reply, right? And we will also, if we are getting a emails, we can also request her because right now we won't be able to request her because these are the different topics, right? So you can just send an email to her and just see, like after receiving your email, we can also pitch her, okay, students want to attend the BDM theory course, and it is necessary for the project as well. So if you allow, then it is, we don't have any issues. So we need to give a clearance from our side. We don't have any issues. If a student of BDM projects are happy to join, we are very happy. At least they are learning something.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Like the meet you will schedule in the next week, right, sir?
Yeah. So mostly I'll schedule. Mostly it will be on evening or morning. It depends. I'll schedule the calendars 2 days or 3 days before, right? Before the
Yes.
session. So you will get the update when we will have a next session, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. Yeah, Nishan Gupta.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Aditya.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for the session today again. And just going back to the session when you were talking about the fixed asset, the fixed capital as well as the moving capital.
Yes.
When we are talking about the fixed capital, when we are looking from the owner's perspective, so for any kind of business, so just for example, the one that you mentioned about the canteen. So the canteen runner is the canteen operator is the owner.
Mm-hmm.
So he finds the land, he finds the resources for getting a building or a block constructed. But that the moment he starts off with the construction project, then another company joins in, which is the contractor or the company which will be responsible for the infrastructure development. The moment that comes into play, another set of fixed asset and movable asset or fixed capital and movable capital comes into play because that contractor itself also has a fixed capital of machinery, equipments, etc., and the movable capital of
How I'll give you a, I will continue to extend the same example. So what happens,
yes,
the IIT must build a Himalaya mess, right?
right,
So for running the Himalaya mess, they are giving a contract or they are floating a tender, right? And company has to fill a tender. So when the companies are filling a tender, they have to give a security deposit. Suppose the security deposit they have to give for a semester is nearly 10 lakhs rupees, right?
right,
So 10 lakh rupees is basically a fixed cost. They at anyhow they need to give it to the IT administration, right? So if
Right.
they want to take a tender, they want to pay a fixed cost, 20 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees for nearly 6 months. You can say for 2 years also. You can say for 10 years also,
Right.
right? So they need to pay some fixed amount of money that they can't able to negotiate. They have to deposit.
No, that's perfectly understandable. No, I'm in fact continuing with your example only that this is
Yeah,
not just on a single loop, but it goes the more we go into the in depth of the entire supply chain. And
correct, correct.
that's where I want to connect it with the problem that I have started off with working on, for which I gave the submission yesterday,
Uh-huh.
where that's a refractory business. It's a B2B business. It's well known also, but in terms of the founders, but the founders have a long history of previous companies for which they have run the same business. So
Uh-huh.
now, this being a greenfield business, it comes with a fresh sight, fresh insights, fresh mindset, and
Hmm.
that's why I approached to them with a possibility of data which is not overloaded with the historical data insights.
Okay. Hmm.
Does it make sense?
I'll just give you one idea. So if it is a
Yeah.
very new company, na, so just you attend the sessions. I'll just give you some important concepts which might be very helpful for you while pitching for a data, because these things they don't know. I explained you the one concept. I just didn't go through in detail. I explained you.
Right.
I just mentioned you. Sorry, I mentioned you one concept, that is economic profit and accounting profit. So when you are discussing these concepts with the company owner, right?
Mhm.
So he might get some idea, and he will cooperate you a lot, right? So just
Right. Right.
giving you a hint, just when you are going for first 2 3 meetings, don't discuss anything about the data. Just try to understand. So these are the concepts we have learned, right? How the opportunity costs are coming, what are the products you have, what are the products which are important for you, like they are
Right.
running
Right.
different products they are running. They are suppose they have a web scraping, or they have a web analytics as a project, they have a app development as a project, right? So there might be the
Yeah.
cost associated with the product they have allocated. That is what is scarcity, because they have limited resources,
Now,
limited.
with your guidances in the previous sessions, I've already been successful in getting the first few meetings done with the owners,
Okay,
and
great.
have given them a few proposals based on my other expertise. I am a sustainability consultant also, and
Okay, great.
a project management professional. So,
Huh.
based on my other expertise and based on the fresh insight that they bring into their own business, I've been able to give them some proposals which they are
Okay.
thinking over. So, I'm just waiting for my proposal, which I have submitted, to get accepted, so that I can move on with the actual data collection. But my
Okay.
core question was regarding how much in depth we do should we target for, like it's a recurring exercise when we are talking about the fixed capital and the movable capital. If there
Correct.
are multiple levels of fixed capital and movable capital, for example, they themselves are the owners, they have got the factory installation done, they have started off the operations, now they are talking about the about utilizing the previous insights of their core vendors like Tata Steel and Ultratech Cement,
Mhm.
who are the main buyers of the refractory bricks. So
Mhm.
then their insight was that we should. Would you want to approach the Tata and Ultratech also for their data insights? So I said
Mhm.
I should restrict myself to certain level, otherwise it is an endless
Yeah, it's
exercise.
difficult. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Correct.
that was my core question, that where should we bring it a stop and how should we try to convey that to the owner also, that although this exercise is something which will help them, but it is not something of an endless resource capital for them to utilize in terms of business insights and everything.
Mhm.
Does my question make
So
sense?
what you can do, Nishant, you can share me your proposal, right, via email. I'll look
Right,
into it because I know the depth. So once I'll just go through your proposal, I'll just have a
right,
understanding what exactly you are thinking and what you are proposing. Whether you can propose something else, or whether the proposal you have, business problem you have mentioned, are correct or not, right? I'll just give you
right,
an
right.
insight how to rephrase that. Like in case if you are just putting an inventory, right? How in that sense, how the inventory is, because if you can take an example of bricks, right? Whatever the business you are doing, right? I'm correct. It's a brick manufacturing, right?
It's a refractory brick. So the kind of bricks that are used in the cooking of the steel industries and the cement industries, which are high temperature, favorable bricks. They can bear the high temperatures
In
of
that
the ground,
case,
right?
inventory, you can't avoid the inventory because you need to go for production and you need to go for some there is a different concepts in the inventory, right? When the consumption is less and you're producing more because you know like the demand will surge at a particular time, right?
That's exactly one
So
of the proposals that I've given.
yeah, so there is a
But
shortage
I'll
in demand.
definitely, yes, yes. I've actually mentioned them about how to manage the demand and supply because they should not overstock also and they should not understock also to make it should be a
One
seasonal
I'm
variation.
not sure whether you have mentioned it there. You try to identify the customer's elasticity or elastic nature, right?
That is
There
something
might be
which I'm still, yeah, which
yeah,
I'm still
there might be
trying to explore.
customers who are elastic in nature who can just
Yeah,
give
yeah,
you an order and they can just flexible with 10 to 15 days, right? So if you are
right.
just producing a product, if you know the inventory, right? So you know the customers are the orders are coming from this customer. He is elastic in nature. If you can delay his order, then it is fine. At anyhow, he's coming to give you order, right? And if
Right,
he
right.
is inelastic in nature, then you need to categorize the customers who are elastic and inelastic, and based on that, you need to fulfill the order. Because those who are inelastic, if you are not able to fulfill the order, might be they will switch to some other business. They will try
Yeah,
to find some alternatives of the same business because it's a competitive market.
absolutely.
Got it?
I'll still share my proposal for your further guidance if you allow.
Yeah, please, please. This you can share the proposal. Maybe I'll just have a look into it. Just give me some time because right now I think
No
it
problem.
is
No problem.
yeah, yeah. So give me some time. I'll
Meanwhile,
just
I'll just
look at.
continue with the exploration of their insights and their guidance in terms of data possibilities. There
Sorry, I
hasn't the
didn't get
owner's
you.
guidance. I said, meanwhile, by the time you get some time for seeing that or reviewing my proposal, by that time I will still continue exploring opportunities with the
Yes, yes,
same
yes, yes.
owners
Well,
in
yours
terms.
is something like a continuous process. It should not be stopped at
Yeah,
and
exactly, exactly, exactly.
right.
And one
So
small question for regarding the submissions was, which platform do you suggest for the plagiarism check, unintentional plagiarism check that we need to
no, no, you don't
recheck
have a
before
place
submitting?
for checking. Like when you are making a report itself, you should be confident that the content is not copied from some other sources, even from your previous report. So you are the best person who can judge whether your report
So
is.
that is there, but still unintentionally, if some things are still captured as plagiarism, then that reduces our. I mean, it's mentioned over there in the portal about the plagiarism is check is less than 20%. So what are we expecting? What is IIT expecting as a source of that check? Is what I'm
Yeah, report is
requesting
something
for.
like what I have already covered in the previous session. I'll just briefly tell you the
Okay,
thing.
okay. I'll
So it
okay.
is something like if you are just working on a primary data source, right? So what happened the previous
Right.
some students, I'm not saying like whole students. So assume 1% is students, they are taking their friend reports and they're copying, changing the name,
Oh,
changing the
okay.
business name and submitting the same reports. So that is the
Understand.
problem. The other thing is that they are generating a data from AI, right? And they are putting their some in some cases they are giving their data to AI and just do analyze this data, right? So these things,
Oh,
whatever
okay.
you are doing the analysis from the AI tools, that is not acceptable, right? So you can take
Right,
a
right.
help, right? You can't ask AI tool to process my data. That is
It's
not
not
possible.
generational, but how to
Yeah.
put it? Assisted
So other thing
assistance
is that
from that. Yeah.
another thing is that when you are making a report, your previous report content should not be reflected in your next report, right? What students are
It
doing,
should be a
they are
fresh.
including
Okay.
multiple plots in their midterm report, and they don't have anything to showcase in the final report. So midterm actually rubrics is totally different. You need to do whatever is written in the rubrics, right? If you are just including all the results in the midterm report, what you can showcase in the final, so it looks like whole report is copied from your midterm report.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah, yeah. So that thing
Okay.
you
All right.
get. Yeah, going ahead.
Understood,
Okay.
sir. Understood. Thanks a lot.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Krish,
Good afternoon, sir.
good afternoon. Bataiye, what are the problems you are having?
Sir, let's back
So I'm seeing
to
an
the
image,
sir.
like backside there is a building that is IT Roorkee, I think so, right?
Yes, sir. I went there for a workshop, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
please go ahead.
Sir, the case of Ramu tea stall, sir,
Mm-hmm.
we found the how the problem is coming to him, but we didn't give the solution for that problem to him,
Uh-huh.
sir. So, sir, how can we find the solution for that type of problem?
Solutions, I told you, I have given you example of Virat Kohli, right? So if you are doing analytics for the Virat Kohli, right? So there are multiple reasons. I told you, there are multiple reasons which are affecting the ranking of any of the player, right? So just I will go to the example of Ramu tea stall as well. So in Ramu tea stall, what I explained you, I explained there is a combo, right? So combo of tea and samosa. So from the economics concept, you understand because the resources are limited, right? We don't have unlimited resources. You are getting a pocket money of nearly 1,000 rupees, suppose per month, right? So within 1,000 rupees, you need to spend on your refreshment. You need to spend the same 1,000 rupees in some other categories as well. So you say like on a per day you have divided, I can spend nearly 20 rupees. Okay, so from here you are getting idea what should be the expenditure. Okay, now from the analysis what a student did previously for Ramuti stall, the case I have explained you. So he understand what are the main points are there. Okay, so if he understand like he increase the prices, that is fine. Okay, but from the economics point of view, the demands are elastic and inelastic in nature. Okay, so maybe when you are interpreting the results, you can give a solution to them in such a way. Sir, you have increased the prices, right? You have increased from 10 to 15, right? So if you increase the prices in steps, first you just increase prices from 10 to 12, right? And see how the demands are fluctuating. Let the customer to adopt. Okay, let the customers to be elastic. Let the customer to come in a equilibrium. That is economic equilibrium where demand and supply meets, right? So let the customer should come in the equilibrium. You can increase the price in different steps. Like first you increase the price from 10 to 12, 12 to 12 to 14, and 14 to 16, right? So if you are increasing this type of a step pricing, then might be the customer will satisfy and they can just uh, try to manage the resources whatever they have, limited resources they have.
And sir, what should be the ideal time for the price gap?
I
Like
hope
first,
you understand this point first.
yes, sir, definitely.
Okay, so these are the solutions which are coming from your data. So you need to, you see how I am relating the concept of economics,
Yes,
right?
sir.
A demand supply equilibrium point, right? And based on, so if you are going to the businesses, so businesses needs to do this economic analysis. If they have different commodities, how many manpower they need to allocate for one project, how many, because they have a limited time. If you are working on a company, the employees has a limited time, limited working time, right? From 10 to 8, 8 hours assume. So in that 8 hours, you need to fulfill or you need to complete the task whatever is there, and you have a deadline for the project as well, 6 months. So you need to allocate your workers or your employees in such a way so that you are effectively utilizing them. That I'll explain you in the concept of production possibility frontier, where I'll tell you at PPF, production possibility frontier. If you are just coming in the PPF curve, it means you are utilizing your whole resources, right?
Yes, sir. And sir, one
Okay.
more doubt, sir. Like I
Yeah.
will take my our family business data, but I don't have any solid problem, sir, to find out. So what
That
should
is
I
what
do?
you need to find out the problem. it's your own business, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please give examples?
You can what you can do, you do one activity today, right? You just
Yes,
try
sir.
to whatever I told today, right? And
Yes, sir.
based on this Ramu tea stall, right, you just review it once again, how I explain the case, and try to implement this in your business. Try to make a map. You have seen movies, right? What exactly the if there is a theft, right? Chris 2 movie, I will go long back. So there is a theft, right? So what exactly police people are doing? They are making a map, okay, and they're connecting a different dots with the map, right? From there they're getting a clues like what exactly the problems are there, who to whom they can suspect, or in which direction they need to go. Similarly, you can just make a map first, what exactly your business, I don't know what exactly the business is all about. Just try to make a map, what's your business is, what are the different parameters you have, what are the different products you have, right? In which, in your location, how many such type of businesses are there, right? And you see like how many are the customers which are completely coming for a nearly a year's permanent customer, you can see. And how many are the flexible customers, inelastic customers, if they are not getting product from you, they are going to the next shop, right? And inelastic customers, those who are, if they are not getting a product from your shop, they can wait for 10 more days and will come again, right? So from there you will get an idea. So just try to make a map first, visualize the things, and based on that you can able to find out like, okay, these are the problems I'm facing in my business right now, because you didn't explore it, you didn't dig out more, right? So you need to dig out more about your business, and then you will get the business problem. Because the thing is that if you are running a business, you should know what the problems are there. Got it?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So do this
Definitely.
activity. Everybody can do this activity. This is very interesting activity. You can just try to explore. Like for Nishant also. Nishant, you can also just try to explore this activity. Just try to connect the dots and just see like what exactly the things are, how the things are changing.
Sir,
Okay.
can you give any example of problems, sir? Like I have no idea for any problem, sir.
No, you can refer the previous. There are multiple problem statement we have given in the document, right? So just you go through the document, and from there, maybe in the next session, you can come up with something, and then I'll suggest you. First, I'll not just do a spoon feeding to you, right? Just you need to work hard. You need to explore first. After then, I'll guide you. I'm here to guide you. That no issue at all. But try to explore. This week you can take time, just try to explore, go through the document, and next week you can come and discuss with me, right? So these are the things I have done, and now you can suggest me.
Okay, sir. We'll
Okay,
be working on that, sir.
great, great, Krish.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, Kamya.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So, I'm. This is the first time I'm doing the first time I took the project,
Okay.
and I've actually like went to one business. It's a laboratory kind of business near my home. So when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to collecting data, they're like kind of hesitant to give the financial part of it. So
Mm-hmm.
can you suggest like if I can collect like any other
No, so
constraint
that
other
is
than
why
the financial?
actually,
Can I like
if
make
you
my
want a financial data is something like a confidential things. So if they are not sharing you financial data, it means they don't have a trust on you, right? So the trust point you need to make first. You need to give them, you need to showcase them. I told you last time in the last session, just take the BDM project, that 25 pages book along with you when you are going to the business owner or when you are going to interact with the business owner, right? Just try to take that book, showcase them books that this is how we have done the analysis, our previous seniors has done the analysis, and this is how I can also do it. So you need to build a trust first, because economic data is pretty important, and might be some of the business will not share to you, right? But if they have a trust on you, they'll share directly. That is not an issue. So you need to work on that thing, build a trust, and then you can just support for financial data. But for if you are directly asking me a financial data, I will also not give you. You have to come with the problems, right? You need to explain them. So these are the problems, I'm finding it out, and for this problem, this type of data I need. Then only they will just help you out. If you are saying like, okay, uh, you are saying like I need a financial data without giving any justification of that, then might be the case they will not take it.
Sir, but then is there any other constraint that I can frame, like other than the financial part, like in BDM, like the theory which I've taken, there was like
See,
Excel
BDM
sheets
theory
based
is pretty
on the
different.
shift hours and all those things.
No, no, no.
So
BDM theory is pretty different. So BDM project is different, right? So in BDM three, whatever you did, case studies are pretty different. They are giving you a data, and they are, so it's something like they are teaching you like how to process that data, right? So but here you need to take a data. Got it?
yes, sir. So I need the financial constraint to frame it.
You need to justify, yeah. So that is what the core. I think you have missed the orientation session where I explained everything in detail. So you can just go through the video. What to understand first, like what exactly the project is all about, video project is all about. So I've explained that was a nearly 4 hour session, right? So you can just go in the first half where I discuss all the concept and try to understand the project, and then you can just go ahead along with your understanding.
Sir, I have a
What is
small query. Can I?
Priya, there
Yes,
are
sir.
three more people's.
Sir, actually, I have put hold multiple of things behind me. Can I please?
Okay, if everybody will allow, then I don't have any issues to take your question.
May I please?
Yeah, then it
Okay.
is fine. You can go ahead, please.
Sir, actually, I missed with the uh, proposal deadline. So,
Okay.
when can I?
Yeah, so this is already I have explained you, Priya. I think you are from the starting onwards. I have already explained and given a justification to a couple of people, right? So you need to submit in the next cycle itself in July if you have missed it.
Okay.
Right? So meanwhile, what I'll give you all, I'll give a suggestion to you all. If you miss the deadline, right? So don't stop your work. Just make your proposal ready. Start working on your midterm report and start working on a final report as well. At any stage, if you are just miss the deadline, don't worry about it. Just if you have already made the report, just try to see if your report is aligned to the rubrics or not, because you have 1 month time, right? Just try to make or modify the report within 1 month so that the chances of reduction will reduce. If the chances of reduction is reduced, at anyhow you are going to utilize your 1 month, right? So just do the
Actually, I was
activity.
looking forward to, means I had this in mind that first you'll take some sessions and after that you'll have to start.
No,
I
no,
hope
we have
I'm
already had
taking.
a session. I think last week we had a session for this thing, orientation session, right? So
Yeah,
after that,
after orientation, I thought some insightful sessions like these, I thought it will be after that.
so that is what we have sent an email as well. If you are newly registered, right? If you are registered for the first time, so these timelines are not meant for you. You don't have to panic and you have to submit in a hurry, right? So these timelines are basically for the previous students who already joined in the previous term. They can submit it. For
Okay,
newly
okay.
registered student, these are not an ideal timeline, because you need to find a business, you need to find a business problem, then effectively you are going to submit from the next cycle itself. Okay, so don't worry about it. You miss the cycle.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Mihik,
Yes,
Minka, sorry.
Mihika. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. I have one doubt that, like, in the dashboard, there are multiple problem statements given. So, similarly, if we see that near about my place, there are some business like supermarket and all. So, as there is like name may differ or the name of the business may can be similar. We don't know, but looking after that. there will be like problem statements answers will be different from my side. So how can I confirm from myself that my project is not like very much similar from the previous students?
No, so the thing is that if you are taking a data from a business, right?
Yeah.
So it might not be the same pattern, exactly the same pattern you will get what others are getting, because the data
Okay.
is different,
Yeah.
right? And your problems, business problems are also different, and they
Yes.
are in line with your data.
Yeah.
Okay. So it might be the case like if thousands of people are doing a grocery business, so there might be the case the business problem will overlap, but the analysis might be different because they are having a different data, live data. You are having a different live data, so it's not something like a data is stored in some place.
Yeah.
It is a different data sets you are using.
Yes.
So the result which they are getting, it's not similar with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. The lecture was very nice.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, Sanjay. Sanjay is
Yes, sir.
not.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good
Am I
afternoon.
audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. First of all, sir, I would like to give thanks to you for making the topic so interesting. Uh, so I have missed the orientation lecture, sir, and I have registered for my BDM project in May 26th term. So, sir, when can I submit my project proposal, sir?
No, that is
Uh,
what just now I told you, Sanjay. Just now I told to Priya, right?
yes, sir.
So
My question is, can I submit it in the month of July, sir?
you can submit. It is throughout the year we have a submission cycle. Every month you have a submission cycle. You can
Okay, sir.
submit
Okay.
in any of the month.